Grabber. Grabber. Grabber.
Is that how you say start in Spanish or record in Spanish?
That's record in Spanish. One more time. Grabber.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, grabber. I don't like it.
So it's start.
Mike, miggity, Mike, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. What is this? I don't need to tell you because Chie's gonna tell you.
You have listening to the Big Weeb Podcast, and you know you gotta do it more often, and you gotta eat more meat.
This is the Big Weeb Podcast. It's your boys, Shawny boy.
Why does that crack me up every time?
What?
You keep prolonging it every time.
God. This is the Big Weeb Podcast, the #1 podcast for the best trash weeb news, anime, and gaming. I used to say sometimes anime, but no, we're gonna put both in. We're weebs, so we're gonna talk about everything. I don't think we have a lot of anime on this, but eventually we're gonna get to more anime. How are you doing today, Nate? That's good.
Got everything all set up mostly now. Thank you. Got everything mostly set up now. Got 2 monsters this time, so I'm even more efficient.
All right, let's start off with our weeks. Well, 2 weeks since it was 2 weeks ago, right? Oh, was it 3 weeks ago since we did our last podcast? I don't know. Doesn't matter. How was your week?
My week's been fine, actually. I've been trying to get some stuff done for my own channel when it comes to like funny, compilations and all that shit. So I've just been downloading all my fucking clips now. That took forever.
Are you putting them on YouTube?
I'm getting a compilation done because my friend's got his computer all working and he's editing for me.
Okay, that's what's up.
And mostly, I'm just getting this monitor set up as well and working.
What games have you been playing? What anime has you been watching?
What anime have I been watching? Should be in my book.
You wrote them down in the book?
So if I can remember... Huh?
So you wrote them down in the book?
I write most of my anime down in a book because you never know what could happen on the internet. If I'm thinking correctly, I watched this anime called... Oh, what's the English for it? I only know the Japanese for it.
Say the Japanese.
Well, let me find it first. Actually, it's my book. I'm just going to do the book.
Well,
there it is.
He gets his book. Okay, never mind.
Sorry. Oh god. Date Shokan no. Oh. No, that's the other one I was talking about. That's the last week one. Whoops. Dakara Boko wa H ga Dekina?
Yes.
Basically like this Reaper. Basically this Reaper comes to Earth to find this special specimen to help her out in her world. And she finds this guy that is really perverted, basically. She finds this guy that's really perverted, and his perversion fuels her a lot with his soul power. His perverted soul power.
Is this an isekai
Weird.
or...
It's not an isekai. Well, kind of. In the later half, it's like an isekai. He goes to the Reaper world, but not for long. It's more of like an ecchi, a very heavy ecchi. There's a lot of tits. The other one I watched was Interviews with Monster Girls. Have you seen that one?
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
It's basically like a teacher interviewing demi girls at a school because
Yeah.
there's not many demigods at the school, so they don't know what they need, or they have their own problems, just like that, and he helps them. It's a very like cutesy anime, I'd say.
Yeah, this the one
Um,
with the girl that like she carries her head
yeah,
around and stuff like that. Yeah.
I forgot what the demigod is called. Yeah, there's a vampire, there's that one, and then there's a snow girl. And the last one I watched was Dearest Ire, which is I don't even know how to explain that one, to be honest. I don't even. I got confused halfway through too. It was basically like these Germans got very powerful from sacrificing Brazil, and so they go to another dimension to take over that world or do something with that world to become God or something. And so God himself chose a champion to take them all out. It's weird. And the one I'm watching right now is called Enride, and that's an isekai. Guy goes to a world, gets power, takes out people. I haven't got very far on that one though.
What this type of description? Guy goes to the other world, gets power to take out people.
He helps.
Yup.
He basically
Sounds like
he's
an
helping
anime.
He's basically helping this prince out to take out the king. And I don't know the exact reasons why he's taking out the king, because I've only got up to like episode 7 with it. That's basically it. Games, what I've been playing is, we know, Fairy Fencer. You've been watching that.
Yeah.
Skyrim. What else have I been playing? I've just been
Were
trying
you-
out games for the new
were
one,
you-
to be honest.
Were you eating ass on a plane?
Wait, what?
Call that Skyrim.
Eating ass on a plane. What? You want
When you
you
eat
wanna know
ass, when you eat ass, it's called a rim job. So if you're on the plane and you're in the sky, and then you eat ass on
God
the plane,
damn it.
it's Skyrim.
You're an ass. Whatever.
All right.
I'm gonna run past that joke. Thank you.
So my weeks.
What have you been? What have you been doing then?
Haven't watched a whole lot of anime. Just been continuing Sing Yesterday with me. Since the last time we talked about it, 2 more episodes came out. Anime is still amazing, still really good, really, really good. I wonder how it's gonna end. It seems like it's gonna be a predictable ending, but I feel like there's gonna be some type of twist. I feel like something just gonna throw you off. I feel like it's one of those type of animes, but still pretty good. That's the only anime I've been watching per se. But I've also
Hang
been
though.
watching, huh?
Nothing. No, go on.
But I've been thinking about this for like I've started watching wrestling sometime last year again. I've watched wrestling back when I was like really young, like when I was like 8, 9 years old. And then I stopped for like about a decade or 2. And I've just picked it up again, and wrestling is anime. Wrestling is anime as fuck.
Fair enough.
Mm. Let me just talk about one of these segments that just really just like really like this is so anime. So there's this guy, he lost a match to this other wrestler, and like his personality started changing, and he started becoming a bad guy. And basically he's like in his mind, he's like, I'm the leader of the locker room. Everybody needs me here, and without me, everybody's gonna fail. So like everybody needs to like weigh on my shoulders, blah blah blah. And then like he starts calling himself the Messiah, like he's like Jesus. And since the show that he comes on Monday Night Raw, he calls himself the Monday Night Messiah. And every time like somebody's like if they like lose like a bunch of matches or whatever, or like they're part like of a gang or whatever, and like they gang like beats them up or whatever, and like leaves them by themselves and stuff. They're like on the side of the ring, and they're like all like sad and stuff. And then he'll come, and then he'll he like come with me, I need you, blah blah blah. Like starts talking to them, and then then they join like his group, and they become one of his disciples. So now he has two disciples with him, and basically like he's like walking around being like the Monday Night Messiah, and he was fighting this one guy, and like the biggest wrestling thing called WrestleMania, and he lost. And when he lost, he kind of like lost like all his will to do anything. He looked like all messed up and stuff. He wasn't talking to nobody and stuff. And then like we found out that in real life his wife was pregnant. So like of course they included that in the show. And like one of the wrestlers, like one of the good guy wrestlers, like came up to him and was like, "Hey, I heard that your wife is pregnant. Like, congratulations, man." And then like he kind of like looked at him and like just walked away. And then like the guy got mad and was like, "Oh, I was trying to be nice." And then like they had a wrestling match together. Like it was like a tag team. Like one of his disciples and him was fighting the guy that was like saying congratulations and another guy or whatever. And the guy, the Monday Night Messiah, he was just standing there like all dazed but wasn't like moving at all. And the guy that was like saying congratulations like during the match came and like hit him. And when he did, he grabbed the guy, brought him to like the metal stairs, and started stabbing his eye with the metal stairs. And like the blood started coming out and stuff like that. So after he did that, the next episode he came back and he was like he was better again. And basically the guy who was saying the guy who was like that was saying congratulations, the good guy and everything like that, he was like so messed up and everything like that. So like he was like, well, I can't wrestle anymore, so I'm gonna retire. And Seth Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah, he basically came out and was like, oh yes, he needed to be sacrificed so everything could be better. So now everything's better because I sacrificed him. So now I can lead the locker room to where it needs to be and everything like that. And now the friends of the guy who is now getting retired, they're coming out and now they're trying to fight the Monday Night Messiah. But like they can't win because now he has another person who joined his crew. And now he has three people and there's only like two of them and they keep getting beat up by him. And the other day they tried to like stab one of the other guy's eyes out. And then the other guy came with a chair and then one of them was like, "No, you don't move. You don't move. If you take one more step, we're going to take his eye out. So you stay right there." And then like it's like very anime. Like this is like the overpowered like bad guy right now. Like he's like taking out all of the like the little ones, and then we're waiting for Rey Mysterio is the big guy that was like that got his eye stabbed out the first time. Like he's like a legend like wrestler. So like the other ones basically look up to him. So like basically they're saying like, oh, he's retiring, quote unquote retiring, even though that's fake. So basically we think that he's retiring, but basically he's gonna come back overpowered and then come back so he can beat the Monday Night Messiah. And it's like I'm like, is this anime? Is this anime? Like everybody's walking around waiting for Goku to come back.
I got nothing.
That's what's happening right now. I have so many of these. I'm gonna take these week by week. So this is my new segment of wrestling is anime.
Wrestling is anime.
But yes, wrestling is anime. So those are my animes for the week.
Like I used to play wrestling games. I know where I stopped now.
Which wrestling games you used to play?
I think it was ones on the PS2. I think like SmackDown versus Raw.
SmackDown versus. Oh, okay.
those games.
You probably was too young for the pinnacle of wrestling games.
Yeah.
WWF War WrestleMania 2000, SmackDown 1 and 2, and No Mercy on the N64, PlayStation 1. Those were the times. Those were the times.
Good. I used to play with an old friend who I don't see anymore, to be honest.
And you
Not
was like,
because we fell out. It's just because
because of wrestling?
no, stop talking.
Because he was like, what the fuck is this shit?
No. He moved away, I think. Now.
But yeah, those are the anime that I watched. Send us
And
from me.
quotation anime.
WWE. Oh, I can really get into anime with wrestling, especially if I get into like the New Japan stuff and AEW. But another time.
What about games? Let's talk about games. shall we?
Let's talk about
Shit.
games that I played. Before I get to the main games, the ones that
Play.
came out this week. I've played Bang Dream on the mobile phone, which is the
Oh yeah.
yeah, which is the I know there's an anime for it. I've never watched because I can't get into idol animes. It's just like I've tried, and
The only idol anime I have to watch is Love Live, and I don't know if I'll get through that.
yeah, like I watched the Love Live, like I watched like the first two episodes of the original Love Live, and then like an episode of what is it called? Sunshine, Love Live Sunshine, I think. I could just never get into it. I want to watch Idol Master. Well, I want to play Idol Master rather than watch, but there's no English version of the newer games. But yeah, Bang Dream. I can't remember the name of the phone version game that I played, but I'm playing that. It is really fun. I thought it was just gonna be. I knew it was like storyline stuff into it, but like I thought it was gonna be like, hey, you either do storyline stuff or you can just randomly play music and stuff. But it is that mix of gotcha mixed with rhythm game, mixed with visual novel. So it's like you have like three different things into one. You can customize the bands how you want because like Bang with the Bang Dream stuff, it's four or five different bands? Can't remember. It's either four or five different bands and that do different music. But like the gotcha part of it is you can get the different band members in like different costumes and stuff, and that's how you get your gotcha stuff of like the randomized, like once you get 100 of these, you can like randomly get a new character and stuff like that, and then customize the characters. You can customize like the stage, the way the stage look, like which mics you use, which guitar you use, which drums you use, and everything like that. I haven't played far enough to really see what difference that part makes, other than just playing the rhythm game. Um, like any like mobile like gotcha game, like you can only play a certain amount of times. But the more that you play, the more like points and stuff you get. So when you get more points, then basically like if you're playing consistently and playing good, then you're never really gonna run out of like playtime and have to wait until I think it refreshes every like 12 hours or 24 hours where you get more like play points or whatever. But if you're playing good enough, you're gonna get those play points, so you're not even gonna like notice it expiring. But then on the flip side, then you have two different parts of it where you have the main story where you're basically like in all of these things, like you're like the producer person, and like they all talk to you and stuff like that. And then you have the band stories where they have their own episodes where the bands are just like interacting like within the bands and stuff like that. The main story, they're like all like everybody's like talking to everybody, and like the band stories is just like you focus on this band and then you focus on this band, and like when you do those stories, you unlock more songs within that band and stuff like that. So it's really really detailed for like a little like mobile
I
gotcha
don't know what
game.
for, to be honest.
You say well,
So that's more detailed than I would have thought it would be.
yeah, like it's
The only,
very
the
detailed.
only, the only like mobile game I played would be Azura Lane.
Yeah, I was thinking about playing that too. I'm probably gonna play that a little later once I
It's
don't
pretty
like
fun.
playing a bunch of different mobile games just because I don't like focusing too hard on mobile games. So
It's
I only
a
focus on one until I get
it's
to other.
like a it's like a bullet shooter waifu collector game, I'd say.
But Band Party is it? It's called Bang Dream Band Party. The reason going back to wrestling, that's not the trailer down. This is the normal trailer. Um, the reason why I first watched this is one of my favorite wrestlers, Kenny Omega. He is actually in the promotional trailer for it, and he's like in the middle of the ring, like dancing to this like idol girl music while playing while like pressing on the buttons to play the game and stuff. It's a really like cool looking trailer actually. It's actually dope. And he's like a big weeb. Like he's like really into like anime and like Final Fantasy and stuff like that. So like that was dope to see that. And then like another thing that I've found out within the game, like just randomly playing, was I was in the shop and they was like, oh yeah, you could buy music. You know, I didn't have enough points to buy any music, but I was looking at all the music that you could buy. And then randomly I come across the first one I seen was Persona 5 song.
Yeah.
Not Last Surprise. What's the other one? I can't think of like if you say the name of the song,
What
I was like,
song?
yeah. But it's like not one of the battle songs. It's one of the songs when you're like running around and stuff. Damn, I can't think of the name of the song. Start saying Persona 5 song things.
When you're walking around in the
In
palace, or
yeah, like in palaces and stuff. Like I
they've got
think,
all types of different themes though, so I don't know.
but like it's like the it's like the main one, like the it's like one of the big one, like one of the popular ones. Not Rivers in the Desert. Uh, Jeez. See that
I'm getting to
I could quickly move on, but now I need to know. Now it's gonna bother
that.
me.
I'm almost
Life
there.
will
I've
change.
literally.
Life will change. That song.
Oh, the
Yeah.
fucking main one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So I was like, it's like the one that like everybody knows. Like I just gonna say that. So I saw that first, and I was like, what? I was like, wait. I was like, this is Persona. Like it doesn't say Persona anywhere on it, but like I just like it has like the design and everything, and I listened to the preview, and I was like, wait, it's Persona. And then I scroll down a little more, and then
It's
I scroll
not a
down a
game.
little more, and I see freaking yellow reach out to the truth. And I'm like, what the fuck? And not only that, it's because out of the four bands, my favorite band so far is Afterglow, and that's the band that's singing "Reach Out to the Truth." Look, my favorite band in the game is the one that's singing one of my favorite songs from one of my favorite games. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I need fucking
I
points.
need
I was like, how do I get these points? I was like, I'll give real money right now just to get these points to buy the song. I don't care. I didn't know. I couldn't figure it out. I'll figure it out later. But like, you have to do something out. You have to go into one menu to go into another menu or whatever. I don't even think you could buy it with real money. You have to unlock something. I was like, why do they have to make that part hard? Just let me buy the song. But yeah, it's a fun game so far. Fun game. There's a bunch of little waifus and everything like that. So that gets me interested and actually working to unlock the Persona 4 song now. That's gonna get me interested too. So yeah, I'm actually kind of hype playing a mobile game since I say since King of Fighters because I've been playing King of Fighters and I was actually hype playing that. It's actually a really good mobile game. Um, I don't think I have anything else lesser that I played before I get into the big games, the two big ones.
The lesser thing you tried to play was that oh, what was it called again? That
Hmm.
weird game that you
Uh,
tried to show us.
we're not gonna we're not gonna talk about
We're not
when
gonna
I try
talk
to
about
play
that, but I'm just pointing that
Euphoria.
out.
Yes,
You,
I tried
oh,
to out of
don't search that up.
curiosity.
Don't search that up, guys. Don't search that up. What if you two don't?
Unless you're really curious.
Yeah, they probably are.
But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. All right. So big game times. Um both of these I don't have a whole lot to say about it. Um just like basic stuff to say. So first game I want to talk about is Xenoblade Chronicles. I don't know why I was about to say X. I
Isn't
do
it?
want to play that. That's the Wii U one.
Yeah, that's a Wii U one.
Yeah, I do want to play that. I don't know why I was about to say it though. Xenoblade Chronicles Remastered.
Emulator.
Naturally, you can play with the emulator because nobody in freaking 2020 is gonna buy a freaking Wii U.
Yeah.
So Xenoblade Chronicles Remastered. I've been playing that. I played a little bit on stream, like just the beginning part on stream, but been playing that mostly in portable mode just because I really enjoy playing the Switch in portable mode more than I do on the TV. I don't know why. Just like I don't know, just like having this really expensive thing in these really big games like in your hand just gives me a better feeling. But the game looks gorgeous. Of course, it can look better if they the Switch had like a pro version, had some more like manpower behind it. Um, actually get into like a if it was just like 1080p without any extra stuff, like it would look like immaculate. But for like just the art style and everything, it looks really good. It looks really amazing. His frame rate
Wii
is
version.
actually you said what? Oh yeah,
Miles better than
Mal better than the
Wii
Wii
version.
version. Mal's better than the 3DS version, the new 3DS version. I think that was like one of the five games that required the new 3DS, and you couldn't play on the original 3DS. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, the art style looks amazing. The I don't think there was like any like big frame rate drops or anything like that, like technical that if it was, it wasn't anything game breaking or like too noticeable that like this was like, ugh, I can't play this or whatever. Um, the battle, it's a thing that I've gotten used to now. When I first started, I was like, I can't. I was like, I can't get this. I was like, I like it made sense, but it was just like a thing that wasn't like hitting me. Like the whole auto battle system. Like one auto battle system just never is a thing that really fully interests me, but I've heard so many good things about this game that I really wanted to play it. But like if I didn't hear like if I didn't hear like super praise over this game, I wouldn't like try to pick this game up just because I don't like the auto battle system in like any games like this and Final Fantasy 12. But it's like I've gotten used to it. One main thing I had to do was I had to go into the settings of the actual Switch and change around the button layout because I didn't know you could do that until I looked it up. Like if you go into settings and Switch and stuff, you can change your button layouts for the main system. So I had to change the left and right buttons on the D-pad to the L and R's because if you don't do that, the only way you can change your your commands is you have to take your finger off of the left stick and then use the D-pad. So you can't move and change your commands at the same time, which I was just hating that. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like that I have to stop moving so I can do something in battle. It feels really
Yeah. It was
counterproductive.
almost it's like the same problem with the second game anyway.
Yeah, and I think I guess like I wish there was an in-game way to just change those controls. Like you would think that would be
Just
like
an
an
option
option.
that'd be like,
But
you want battles fought for you, or you want to fight yourself?
yeah. Well, I mean, like not even that, just like the control layout of the left
That's it.
stick D-pad stuff, because like I just really feel like this. Okay, this is counterproductive for me to have to. Okay, I want to do this move, so now I have to stop moving, hit left, 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 and then start moving again. Rather than I can still move around during the battle and then hit left, left, left. Now, the more I play, it makes sense why they do it, because it's still even though you can, it's one of those things like even though you can walk around and everything in within the battle arena, it's still a turn-based RPG per se. It's still I like this monster doesn't need to come in full contact with me to actually attack me and take away my hit points. Like he just needs to be really close to me. If he's really close to me, then it attacks me. It's an RPG. So it is that thing of like playing Final Fantasy. I'm not moving around or whatever, but I'm going through menus trying to figure out what my next move is and stuff like that, rather than focus on moving the character around. So it kind of makes sense, but like just more feel and comfort. They should have put in game like option to like change those to like the L and R's, because now that I got it changed to the L and R's within the Switch system, like it just feels more better now. Now that I can move in and select the different options and everything like that. But other than that, though, the battle system it is really good. It does constantly build. Like when you first start, it's very basic, and then hey, you get into these enemies where you can't just attack them like with your normal like swords and weapons and stuff. Yeah, you're gonna have to like this person's gonna have to like trip the enemy up, and then like this person's gonna need to attack with this attack, so the enemy could take damage. And if you don't do it this way, then you're just hitting the enemy with like ones instead of like doing like 350 or something like that hit points. So you got like enemies like that, like tactics and skills and stuff. When you have like multiple people in your party, you can do like team up attacks and everything like that. You have certain attacks that you do where once you do the attack, then you get like the like a button prompt that like the B will come up, and then like this circle would come, and then like once you hit it like on the right spot, then like the affinity with your other teammates goes up, and then you get stronger and stuff like that. So there's like a lot of things like, and the more and more you play, like the more like stuff that they start adding on to the battle system, and be like, okay, now this doesn't just feel like I'm just using all my skills at one time and then just waiting for everything to come up, because there's more like tactics and strategies that you actually have to do, rather than just okay, spam all of these, wait for everything to come back up, spam all these again. Even though for the most part you're still kind of doing that a lot, but like you just run into certain enemies and stuff where you have to like really put your mind into it and figure out things like that. Um the the customization, me and my like, I like customization and stuff like that. Like I
Yeah.
like when jackets and pants and stuff changes, and this does it really. This probably has the best customization I've seen in like a RPG that doesn't give you like the, oh, just create this character, when it gives you these characters and you pick up armor too. So you have different armor, body parts that you have different armor for. You have head, chest, arms, legs, and shoes. So when you pick the different armor, certain armor types, they look a certain way. So like if you have a certain, like it's like a casual class or something like that, then all those armor types will look like it'll be like a green jacket or something like that. And then but multiple people can wear the same type of armor, and if you give it to a different character, it's gonna look different on that character than it will look like on Soap. Like if Soap and Rain have like the same armor, it will look different on them, because that's just the way it looks for that character. But you can also be like you put an armor on and be like, I don't like the way this armor looks. So at underneath the all of the armors and stuff, there's a cosmetic section where you can like put this armor on to get the armor stats. But then if you go down to the cosmetic, you could be like, I want this armor on me, but I want it to look like this other armor that I have. So you can choose the other armor's look while you have the other armor's stats. Which that was like a really cool thing because like there was some things like I can't my mind is blanking on character names. But when I had the girl in my party and I had like put like the helmet on and she had like this metal helmet on and I was like, I'm like this metal helmet on her head. So then I could just like have it so it doesn't even look like that, or I could have it so it would be like a different armor. It was like a headband for her. So like I had it so like it looked like she had that headband instead of having that metal armor on, but she still had the stats of the metal armor. So like with the customization of it, it's really cool, huh?
Yeah, because some games that have that, they have like a really nice head gear or whatever gear you have on that's way better than yours, but it looks dumb as shit.
Yeah, like that's like, and I like because I was thinking the same thing too with that one where I would need those stats, but I don't like the way this looks. And then that's when I figured out, like I was like, you just changed the way it looked. I was like, that's cool. Like I was like, that's probably one of the best things I've seen. Like, give me armor that looks different, but then also let me change the way it looks at the same time too. So like, because I was thinking, I was like, I hope it's not gonna be like I have this metal armor with these red clothes and these green pants and these orange shoes and like my character is gonna look really shitty. But like
Something out of McDonald's.
Yeah. But yeah, you can change it and then like however you look is how you look through the whole game, like even through cutscenes and everything. Like that look stays through cutscenes and everything. So yeah, it's really good. So I really, really like that. The story right now is really good. I don't want to say too much the story, but from the most part of what you can see in like the trailers and stuff like that, like you're in this town, and when you're in the town, everything's going good and stuff, and then like these like robot things attack you. They basically like they came at the very beginning, and you're not playing as Soap, you're playing as another guy. And he's the only one that can handle the Monado, which is the red sword that Soak has, like the famous red sword. But the sword is like this super overpowered sword that nobody can control. Like if people try to hold it, like it'll just like it has like basically a mind of its own, and like it'll just start like attacking everybody and stuff like that, and nobody can really control it. But this guy, can't remember his name, it's blanking on me, but like he's the only one that can really control it. But like he did like so much with it, like he did like this really big like skill, because it has like these stored in skills that nobody really understands about. But he did it, and when he did it, it ended up like damaging his arm. So now he can't really like battle and fight anymore. And Soak is basically a researcher, and he's basically like researching like about the Monado and trying to like figure out more about its powers and what everything means of it and stuff like that. And like certain like small little plot points, like I said, like if anybody tries to pick it up, like Soak's friend Reen, like he picks it up, and when he tries to pick it up, like it just starts going crazy and starts like slashing everything and stuff like that, and like about to kill like Soak and like their other friend. And whenever Soak picks it up though, Soak can like control it more, even though it does like when he picks it up, it kind of like takes over him, but he can control it more. And when he picks it up, he can see into the future. So he'll see like these glimpses of things will happen before it happens. And at first he doesn't really understand it, because because he's acting like everybody else who's like touched it. They're like, when you touched it, did y'all like see an image? And then like everybody else is like, no, like what are you talking about? Like it just like goes crazy or whatever. Like we didn't see anything. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, I might just be imagining it or whatever. But then like he picks it up later and stuff, and then he realizes like that he sees when the robot monsters start attacking and everything. He sees the part on the trailer where he's like dodging and everything. like he sees that, and then he sees like he dodges and misses, and then and gets attacked. So then that's when he runs up, and then he starts dodging and everything, and everybody's looking at him like, what the fuck? Like how are you doing that? And then he's like, I saw it happen already, so I knew where to go. And they was like, wait, you can see into the future? And like that's when he finds out like, oh yeah, he can see into the future. So like a lot of so right now, like a lot of times, like as the game is going and stuff, like we're walking and then like he's just getting like these flash images, and then like he's like, oh, like this is gonna happen. But he does the very like story anime thing of not telling people, hey, I see this happening. Maybe whenever this situation comes, you should watch out. He doesn't do that. So far he never does it. So like whenever the time comes where this person's about to die, he's like, this is what happened before. Let me go stop it. I was like, you could have stopped this by like saying this, like stopping this earlier, like saying something earlier. Like, why are you doing this now? But like, that's the one thing that's kind of like, oh yeah, you're doing that anime thing instead of just like if we're just standing around not doing nothing, you get a random like flash memory into the future. Why not tell that person, hey, I just saw you die by these giant spider things. So maybe when you're around these giant spider things, it'll watch your back so you don't die. So we don't have to like run into like these other bigger situations trying to save you. But yeah, it's an anime story, so that's to be expected.
For the territory.
Another thing, I can't remember the exact number, but I think there is supposedly 86,000 side quests or something like that in this game. And
I've all of them to get the Trinity.
And I've seen somebody talk about it online, like I think IGN or something was talking about it. And I didn't get it at first. I was like, what are they talking about? That number sounds crazy high. I was like, there's no way it could be that many side quests. And when you play this and you go into that first town and like this person's like, hey, get this thing for me. Hey, get this thing for me. Hey, get this thing for me. And you're like, oh, I see. Okay. So it's one of those. So for the most part, it's one or two things. It's either a fetch quest or it's kill 10 of these monsters. The good thing that it does, though, that most of the side quests, you don't need to go back to the person. So, like, a lot of it is like, kill 10 of these monsters. You kill 10 of the monsters, it's like, good job, you passed the side quest, here's your money, or here's your experience. And you don't need to kill these monsters. All right, go back to the town, trying to find the person. Okay, let's talk to the person, blah, blah, blah. And most of the time, you only need to do that if story-wise, they're like, okay, you need to bring this item back. And even sometimes it's a person that says, oh yeah, I need the key to my house or something. Can you go find it or whatever? Then you find the key to the house, and then it's just like, you pass the side quest, here's your money. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna just keep this person keys. So I didn't need to go back and give it to them. So whatever. I'm not gonna
now.
You can go to your house now. But yeah, that's a really cool thing of it. And like a lot of this I can't compare with the original game. So I don't know like if these are like enhancements from the original game where like the original game you might have had to go back each time or whatever, which I feel like that would be really annoying. But like I like the way that they do this here. Another mechanic that this game does is you can change the time to whatever you want. And I feel like that's a remaster thing. I'm not sure if that's an original or not, but I feel like that's a remaster thing because you can change the time to whatever time you want. And when I first did it, I was like, this is a weird mechanic. But then I understood certain people are standing around in the town only at certain times. So you can only do certain side quests and return certain side quests within a certain amount of time. And another mechanic that plays into both of those mechanics is that this has an affinity system. So you have an affinity system with your party members, so you can level them up, level the affinity up with your party members. But you also have an affinity system with certain people in the town. And when you create an affinity with the people in the town, you're able to find out what times are they standing around and standing outside. So like once you make an affinity with this person, you'll know that they're gonna be outside between 9 o'clock in the morning to 1700 hours or whatever. So then that's when you know, okay, let me change the time to this, so I can actually talk to them and get and bring the item back to them and stuff like that. So there's a lot of systems with that. Then you also have the system with your party members with the affinity system, where there are like certain, like when you go to like certain areas, like within the town or just outside or whatever, there's certain members, certain spots where you can go where it's like play a cutscene, like a, what do you call it? I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say because I can't remember what it's like called. But basically,
What's
like
that?
you said what?
I'm trying to think of a game that does that. I remember
Yeah,
some games do that.
there is a game that kind of does that. But yeah, like you go to a certain spot and basically you can play a cutscene with like two of the party members, but they have to have like a certain amount of affinity, like between them, so they can't just be like with each other. Like they have to like actually like each other. So like what you can do is when you go into that affinity menu, you can like have one person give another person a gift. And when you give each other those gifts, like some people like certain gifts, some people don't like certain things. So like if you give somebody like an insect or whatever, this person might not like bugs, so like their affinity is gonna go down. But then if you give them flowers, their affinity is gonna go up because they like it. But then like those same gifts that you can give them, you also use for a collectathon where there are like items laying around, and like when you're in the town, there's items laying around everywhere. When you're in the dungeons, there's items laying around there, and you have a certain amount of like slots that you can collect for those items. So when you collect all of them and get 100%, you get an item, like you get like another item, like a level, like a HP up or whatever like that, or defense up item and stuff like that. There's a bunch of different systems in this game. And like that's the like story's good, but like gameplay wise, like I said, like I'm not a big fan of the like whole battle system and everything. But when it comes out of the battle system and like just everything else around the game, like it's so much in it that I really enjoy like all of the different things that's in this game. Like I'm like constantly, like I was like literally trying to get 100% with like those items and like 100% doing all of the quests and stuff before I moved on. Like it, like that part was like really enjoyable. And then like another enjoyable thing is like once you get it, like it takes a little while, but once you get it, you gain quick travel to basically like the certain points. And there's a lot of the like points that you can find quick travel, because like within the town has like 4 different sections, and like there's probably like 7 quick travel spots like just in the town. And then like you can quick travel, like you can literally quick travel to the town, go to like the item shop, buy some items, and then quick travel back to like the middle of a dungeon. And like it literally like the loading takes like seconds. Like it's not like this like, all right, quick travel, okay, put the switch down, go do something, blah blah blah.
Be
And
like
then,
a real
minutes.
pain in the ass if it was like
it's
waiting
literally
5 seconds.
And then
no
like
time.
the game knows, and it loads a certain amount already. So like if you quick travel from one part of the town to another, it doesn't load at all. Like you're literally like, oh, quick travel from here to here. Beep, now it's there. And it doesn't even load. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, it's not even loading. And then like when you go from like
control it down, it's already loaded. Oh shit.
yeah. And then like if you go from like the town to the dungeon, then like it only takes like a few seconds. Like it's literally like the most beautiful, like seamless quick travel like I've played in a video game ever. Like I don't think I've ever had like a faster quick travel like ever in a video game. So like yeah, the game is really good. Like I just really wish that battle system wasn't auto battle. There's, like I said, there's so much into the battle system. Like there's a lot of stuff I didn't even explain. There's a lot of stuff I don't even get in the battle system. Like I'm still like I don't understand like what this means and stuff like that. Like I don't understand like why this happens and stuff like that. So there's like a lot of stuff like I don't even get. But like there's a lot within the battle system. I just wish they let you slash yourself instead of just letting that be auto. Because I feel like it's really counterproductive. But yeah, once you start getting into the game and like just more and more and more just starts unlocking, it really opens up. But story wise, it's something that's really gonna like it makes you wonder, all right, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? What's happening with this person? I like right now, like there is this like mystery of like did that really happen or what? Like I feel like we have to keep playing to know because they didn't really speak a whole lot about it. So there's a lot of that there. So there's stuff there to like really keep you wanting to keep playing. So this is a game that like I would highly recommend people play. Highly.
I'll pick it up at some point.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and this seems like a neat game.
I mean, I liked the second one, despite some of its flaws.
And a lot of people, so what I've seen around the internet, between the two, not counting X, but between the two, a lot of Xenoblade Chronicle fans kind of don't like the second one. Like because I think they hold the first one to like such a high, like, high pedestal, and like with the second one around, like people kind of shit on the second one. So you probably might like the first one better. And I've heard a lot of people saying like this remaster feels like a sequel to the second game.
Well, it has got the epilogue, so it's kind of continuing.
Oh, the epilogue to this game? Well, the epilogue to this game is the sequel to this game, though.
Yeah.
Not to the second game.
Oh, not the second game, no.
Yeah, no, people were saying like this remaster it feels like a sequel to the second game because it's way better than the second game. That's what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying the remaster is better than Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So that's what a lot of people are saying, like this is like the sequel. I can't say because I haven't played 2, so I can only go by from what I played, so I can't judge 2 in no type of way, shape, or form. But
judge either.
But yeah, all I can say is this game is really, really great. So far, it's a high recommend for me, and I'm not even that far into the game because I have that. Like, I hate the way I play games, especially RPG games, where like I'm not a completionist, but I feel like I need to complete things. like I'm not trying to 100% finish this whole thing. Like I don't want to 100% it. But like when I know there's side quests sitting right there, I'm like, I need to do these side quests before I keep moving. And when there's like, what you said?
That's basically me. I'm like, it's side quests. I need to do side quests.
So and like that's the thing where it's like so many side quests, and then like I literally got to a point where like I finished
it's like a completionist, more of like an OCD thing.
Yeah, it's like an OCD thing, and like I got to the point where I finished all of the side quests just to go back to the town at a different time to realize, oh, there's more side quests here, and I'm like, but I forgot about the time system. So I was like, that means I need to change the times to all the times. So all 24 hours to make sure I don't miss out on any side quests so I can do all the side quests. I was like, fuck this. I need to keep going.
I need the story.
But yeah, like you have like that. You also like another thing that I did forget to talk about that did like threw me off at first is so when you're out in the field, there's monsters everywhere. But when you're out in the field and the monsters are there, you can literally, like, a monster can walk by you. You can walk by a monster, and nothing can happen. So like there could be no battle at all. But if you want to fight that monster, all you have to do is target them, and then you just attack them. Like once you target them, your little thing. You said what?
Second one, I think. I think that's in the second
That's the
one.
second one. Yeah, that's probably just a
Target
Xenoblade.
them.
Yeah, it's probably just a Xenoblade system.
Thing.
But like, I just felt like that was really cool, different, and interesting. Like, because at first I was like, wait, I was like, so this whole game, I'm just choosing that I get to fight everybody. But then you have the certain ones that have like the little eye icon on top of them, and those are the ones like if they see you, then like you start hearing, you'll hear like the battle music coming. The battle music
If
kind
they
of starts.
see you, they're gonna have problems.
And the battle music kind of like starts a little scary. Like it's kind of like this weird like scary type music that kind of starts before it happens. And I'm like it's always that weird feeling when I know like it's a level, because like even like around the town, like when you go to certain spots, like there are like enemies that are like level like 72 when you're level 5. And you're like, well, fuck that. I'm going the other way. And then you start hearing that scary sound coming in, like, oh shit, they see me. Like it's like this weird scary sound, like, you know, like, okay, I'm about to get fucked up. I need to start running now. But like I like that thing of like it's building fear, because like this really like high leveled monster is about to fuck me up right now. Let me run right now. But yeah, I kind of like at first it kind of threw me off, but like the more like I'm liking it now. Like where I can just choose if I want to fight a lot of the monsters and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so far, first few hours of playing the game, it's a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. I'll say one thing. It has the thing that you don't like. A lot of times, stiff animation, because it is like a lot of times I forget, and then I remember this is a remaster and not like a remake. So I'm sure they
kept just on newer games. Anything else?
Yeah, you kind of forget until you see it at those certain times where you're like, oh yeah, they just changed the art style. They didn't change the character models. The character models are still the same. They just changed the art style of those models. So the models are still moving like in weird Wii, PlayStation 2 type
Wii
models. Like where somebody's looking one way and their legs are moving the other way while they move, but they're looking this way. Like you have like some weird animations and stuff going on sometimes. That's like, oh yeah, that was a bit jarring, but I understand it and get it because it's just a remaster.
Is it Time to Fight?
You said what?
Is the battle music named Time to Fight?
I don't know the names of the stuff.
Has it really like violin at the beginning?
I think so.
Like a loud violin, like a doo.
I think so. I can't. I don't know if it's something like it. But yeah, it has some music.
Oh, wait, you get scared by that.
You know what?
I can tell you get scared by that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. If it's something that sounds like yeah, that's probably it most likely.
There's a new battle theme apparently called "You Will Know Our Names."
It's hard for me to tell because I don't know.
Let me see.
And it might be part of the second part.
Engage the enemy. Is that it?
Yeah, like the gunfight is the battle theme.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and that's
the engage the enemy OST just starts out really weird.
Let me see. Engage.
And then it goes into that do.
My spelling that is horrible.
You will know our names.
Oh, that sounds scary. Oh yeah, I think I've heard that one. But yeah, this is a really great game. Highly recommend. If you're if you're on the fence of whether to play this or not, just play it. Just buy it.
Play it,
It's you're
you
you're
haven't
gonna
got
enjoy it.
money, just buy it anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't wait to play this some more. Um, on the flip side, there's another game that I played that just came out as well. Fantasy Star Online 2. Before I get to all of the good things about this, because there's a lot of good things about this game, let's talk about the launch of this game.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, Nate, how many times have you played this game?
None.
None, because who like North American launch, but they never really specified that Europeans wouldn't be able to play this.
I want to play it.
And I'm sure you and everybody else in Europe wants to play it too, but nope, it's just North American, not Western, North American. So
That's
y'all
weird.
y'all just shit out of luck until whenever.
I don't. What? Why is that a thing? Is there an explanation for that?
There's no explanation. Probably I can only say because of servers, because
Oh,
they didn't want to buy more servers for European stuff.
yeah.
So
All right.
probably cheaper just for North American. Which 10-year game you would think like we have enough money to buy multiple servers right now, but that's that's weird issue number one. Weird issue number two. Um, this game is fucking jinked. Why is it fucking jinked? Because
Please explain.
reset.
Please explain.
Because one, this game is not in the Steam store. This game
No.
runs off the Microsoft store only. So you can only play this if you get it from the Microsoft store on PC. Microsoft Store. Now, a lot of people's having a bunch of different issues with this, but let me explain my issues and dilemmas that I had when trying to like run this game. So you download the game. It's like okay, installing 11 gigs. Installs 11 gigs. After you install 11 gigs, you click on it. It gives you the menu, like the little launcher thing. Once you get the launcher, it's like, okay, installing more extra shit. So now it's gonna be 60 gigs. Once
Oh.
you in, once you while you're installing that, you get a timer that says this is gonna take 20 minutes. So you're like, okay, 20 minutes. Why is that timer not moving though? Huh, that's weird. But okay, we'll just I'll just let it go. The bar is moving, but the timer is not moving. So bar is going, bar is going, bar is going, bar is going. So about maybe 15 minutes later, now it goes down to now it goes down. Now it's not saying 20 minutes left. Now it's saying 18 minutes left. 15 minutes later. And it's like, wait, what? It said 20 minutes. Like I'm only went down 2 minutes. So bars moving, bars moving, bars moving, bars moving. About 40 minutes later, now it's not at 18 anymore. Now it's at 12 minutes. So it's like, wait, what's this timer here? Like, what's the point of this? Say it's gonna take like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes if it's not taking the time that it says that it's gonna take. So probably like about an hour and a half or whatever later, you finally get all of the stuff. Finally get everything. Now I know a lot of people were running into issues when they after that part once they got that second updated downloads that the game was just automatically just like crashing and filling for them. After that, for me, it was actually working. I didn't have any issues with that. But here's my issue. So I have all of my games on my external hard drive. I don't have my games on my SSD unless I put them on my external hard drive, and then I drag a copy to the SSD just so it can run faster, which is what I wanted to do with this. But I wanted to initially install it on my external hard drive. So within the Microsoft Store, because you can't install it any other way outside of the Microsoft Store, when you install it through the Microsoft Store and you say, hey, I don't want to install it on my C drive, I want to install it on the E drive, what it does is it doesn't say, hey, well, here, what folder you want to install it in? It just automatically says, okay, you want to install an E drive here. We'll just put it on the E drive. But what it puts on the E drive is program files, like on your C drive. It puts program files and a bunch of other fucking files and folders and stuff. And it's like, why are you putting these extra stuff just on the root of my E drive? I have my things organized in the way I want. So I get the game installed, I play the game, everything runs fine. So when I start my stream up, literally right before I start my stream, I'm like, let me move this into the folder that I want it to be with the rest of my games. So when I try to move the folder, whenever I try to move that folder, all of the files that's in that program files folder that Microsoft Store installs just automatically becomes corrupted.
What?
They just become corrupted. No reason, no explanation. They just become corrupted. They don't.
I think Microsoft has like a really big aneurysm when you move files outside of their folders. I've tried that many times, and it doesn't work.
And here's the other issue: they become corrupted. So I'm like, all right, so game files corrupted or whatever. So all right, so what do I need to do? I need to reinstall this again. I go to the Microsoft Store. The game's already installed, so it doesn't tell me to reinstall. It just wants me to play. I try to play. It doesn't open up. So I'm like, all right, so let me try to uninstall this from the settings file, from the settings and within Windows. Try to uninstall it. Doesn't read the uninstall file because the uninstall file is corrupted. Okay, so can't uninstall it that way. So let me just delete these files. Doesn't allow me to delete the files because it's corrupted.
No, because...
What the fuck? So I'm just like, all right, this makes no sense. So I have to like learn. So I'm going into the properties of the files. I'm going into the security properties, trying to change the security properties and say, okay, give me rights to, because it's saying like I don't have administration rights. Even if I try to delete it as an administrator, still says you don't have the rights to delete this. That. So I'm going into it. I'm like changing the rights. Change the rights. You can't change the rights because the rights file for the changes is corrupted. What? So
like mod a game that was trying to get into the game file, but it was like you don't have the rights for this. I'm like, you should have the rights. I'm doing it as administrator. It's like you don't have the rights. Sorry, go.
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
the thing. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like you don't have the rights. I go in. I'm trying to give myself the rights, and then it's like you can't give yourself the rights because the rights to give this is corrupted. I'm like, what the fuck? So like. So when I go into the actual program files, go into the Phantasy Star Online 2 files, I can delete certain files. So when I delete enough of those files, the Microsoft Store lets me try to install it again. So I go ahead and install it. And this is before me noticing why it corrupted. Like in my head, it just randomly corrupted and I have no idea why. So I go ahead and try to install it again. I install it again. Everything works fine. It's working fine. I was like, all right, cool. It's working fine. I was like, let me leave this here and I'll just drag this over to the E drive. Try to drag it over to the not the E drive, to my D drive, which is another partition on my SSD, which I put my games on when I want to run it through the SSD. So try to drag it over to the D drive from the E drive. Files get corrupted again. That's when I find out, oh, if I touch these files, they get corrupted. So I had to
Microsoft said no.
so once again had to delete the certain files that I'm able to delete just so I can get the game to install again. Go ahead and clear off what I can. Go ahead back to the Microsoft Store. Tells it to install to the D drive instead of focusing on the E drive, and just install directly to the D drive so I can freaking play this game. And now I have it on the D drive, and I'm just like, can't touch it, can't move it, or the game is just gonna freaking break.
Microsoft is really apparently they're really A&O with moving files from their little like place that they call home.
It makes no sense. It's like,
I-
why does your files just randomly corrupt because I moved them? It doesn't make sense. And the only thing I can really think, like from one drive to another would make sense, just because you're like, we don't want you to copy the files, blah 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 blah, whatever, like whatever bullshit security, whatever. But
Yeah.
if I'm in the same drive and I'm just moving it from one folder to another folder, why does that happen? Like it has no explanation. Like it makes no sense. It's like I hate this. And supposedly the game is supposed to be coming with Steam, but nobody knows when. And
I
like
hated it when I tried it.
and when like everybody had all these issues or whatever, and then they were just like, well, it's like we understand your issues, and we're gonna fix everything within the next security update, which is like a week and a half from the time that they said that tweet. So people had to wait like a week or whatever. I think we're still waiting. I don't even think it updated yet. So yeah, so I know there's a lot of people that just flat out can't even play the game. I know people having some resolution issues when they have like 4K monitors and stuff where like the everything just looks janky and like they can't read none of the text and stuff like that because like the resolution isn't optimizing to like the 4K isn't optimizing to the 1080 correctly. So it's a big ass mess, and I'm just glad that I could actually play it. Another issue that within the game that everybody's having is when you get to the main lobby where everybody's at, there's just this big ass slowdown for no reason that's not explained. No matter what graphic settings that you put the game on, no matter what things are running in the background. Remember, this is a 10-year-old game. This thing ain't killing. No, I have a 1070. I have a GTX 1070 in my gaming laptop. This thing ain't pushing this. This game not pushing
I
no
have a
1070.
1050. It should not kill that.
Yeah, that's said like you're not pushing this, so
Yeah,
your
yeah,
lobby
it's like
should not be doing this.
no.
This is a technical thing, and a lot of people are having these issues. Like people with even like better graphics card than me. So it's a lot of this mess with the launch of this game, but
Way to describe. This is Star Online 2. It's a mess.
the launch of this PC version is a mess. But once you get past all of that BS and actually play the game, this is an amazing game. It's a really, really good MMO. I've
Yeah.
just got into MMOs like late last year, beginning of this year, and out of like all of the MMOs and stuff, I'm kind of enjoying this one the most. I feel like this one seems the most handholdy in a good way. Well, for me in a good way, I guess, because again, I'm new to the MMO stuff. So there's a lot of things that is kind of like a foreign language to me. So I like a lot of like the stuff kind of being explained a little bit more into detail. And I am like just skipping a lot of the stuff that they're explaining, but like there's a lot of it where they're like explaining like, okay, do this, do this, do this. When you get to this level, this can happen. When you do this, this can happen. And like I feel like this is probably like if you want to, I don't want to say this as like a knock to the game, but like baby's first MMO would be this, and not
Yeah,
like
I can see that.
like Desert Online or something like that. There's a lot of things that that I like in it. I like the combat, fast-paced action combat of it. Um, I like that you can play by yourself but still play with people, if that makes sense. So like you don't need to go in like you don't need to be like, okay, like have these three people join me and then we go into this thing. If you want to just do it by yourself. So you can go ahead and do it by yourself, but there can still be people within that same map that you're going into to play in. I don't know if that makes sense, but like
Dungeon
that's
or
it. Yeah.
itself.
Uh-huh.
Or
But you
dungeon.
don't, yeah, into the dungeon. But yeah, but you
You
don't need to
can
go in with like a certain people. You don't need to go in because your max of like who can join your party is three others people. But you can
you can
go in with a bunch of people that's not like the three people that's part of your party.
yeah, you can do that on Final Fantasy 14. You can go into dungeons on your own if you want. Or
Hmm.
just, with you.
Hmm. And then another thing which I haven't
I played, I'm just saying.
yeah. Another thing, I haven't gotten to the level yet, but once you get to level 20, you can have a subclass. So you can so it does this weird thing when you first create your character, you have I think 8 classes. But then when you actually go into the game and go to the class desk, you have 12 classes. And supposedly people said that they added those other classes later on, so that's why when you start the game, it doesn't have all of the classes at the character creation, but it has it when you actually get to the main game.
Okay.
So I don't know why they didn't just include that within it, but yeah. But when you actually get there, but once you actually get to level 20, then you can get a subclass. So you can actually have 2 classes at one time instead of just having being stuck to one class. And you can switch like your combats and everything on the fly. So you can have like I'm the bouncer class right now where I have like these like floating like shoes and I can attack like by kicking and stuff. But then like I can just like use my like basically like it's like a turn wheel of like different like attack skills and stuff that you can choose between. And like you could just switch the turn wheel over to like your guns. And like if you're like a hunter class, you could just switch it over to that and now you're a hunter class and you can start shooting people. And it's
Yeah.
like literally like a flick of the wrist, like just change classes like on the
Look at
fly.
them.
What you said?
Look at the flick of the wrist.
Look at this. But yeah, like that's something like I like a lot. Like you can just have these multiple classes, then on the same time being able to just switch your classes, so you can really just go in and just mess with all of these classes and be like, I like these 2 classes. And then a lot of the it seems like I can't speak about a lot of the classes because I only been playing with the bouncer, but like the bouncer, you have 3 different weapon variants. I have the floating shoe things I was talking about. I also have dual wielding swords, and then I also have a gun blade where you can
Swords.
use it as a blade, and then you can switch it, and then you could use it as a like a rifle. So just within that one class, I got like different weapon types and stuff like that. So I'm not sure how the other classes work, but you said what?
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So like it's like there's a lot just within like the class systems and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh yeah, like it gives you so much to have. It's just with one character rather than having this character with this class and then this character with this class and then like you just have this one person and they could do a ton of different shit before you having to switch between classes and stuff. Now when it comes into stats and stuff like that, I don't understand none of that shit anyway. So ooh, so when it comes deeper, maybe it's a not as good thing or something. I don't know. But from what I've seen and my enjoyment of playing the game, I like that right now I have one class and I can do 3 different things with one class so far. And then once I get to my subclass, I can do even more things. So you have that. The exploration is really good. I mean, it's your basic, here's your main HUD. and you jump into different quests and everything like that. There, there's a story and a lore here, but it's not deep. Like it's not like Blade and Sword deep. I don't even think it's Black Desert Online deep. Supposedly the story is really good, but like it hasn't really hit me. Like basically you just start out with another guy and basically like you're the new recruit or whatever and y'all going through and y'all just like training and
Old girl.
then oh girl, yeah, yeah. And then you no. What I said. I said you with another guy.
Oh, with
You
another guy. You said
yeah, yeah,
guy.
yeah. Yeah, with another guy. Um and then
I
y'all
just
start
look at it. I just saw the pompadour on your stream.
no. Yeah, there's a lot of custom like I like the customizations in this. There's a whole lot like with the hair, the face. I mean, MMOs are really I haven't found a MMO unless it's like a Korean MMO that like says you have to play as like this character. But like most of the MMOs, they custom character customization is really good. Customization is really good in this too. So that's it's a given. Um so yeah, like this right here, like you can change the iris and like the shape of the eye and everything like that. But yeah, the story hasn't really did much. Um so far it hasn't really been a big thing with me. I just been, enjoying just running around killing things and stuff like that. Gameplay is just really fun. I'm playing with a controller, and controller feels super comfortable. You can play, you can play with two button layout or three button layout. I don't know why would anybody play with the two button layout. Um, guess it's just a personal preference thing, but you get that, you have that option. Um, Basically you have like you have three commands that you can do, and then if you hold like R1, you get three more. So you have like six commands of attacks that you can do like just on the fly. Um, and if you do the two button, you only have two of them instead of three, and that's why I wouldn't understand why somebody would do two over three, but I don't know.
Huh.
Um, they give you that option though.
Play how you want.
You said what?
Play how you want.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it's there. If you don't want more moves to do, yeah, okay. Maybe if somebody wants some more
You want to
difficulty.
be a scrub?
But yeah, there's a lot of that around the main hub. You have like the main area. There's like a special going on where it's like a wedding theme, like I guess for the week or something like that, or
I
the
got
month.
on and everybody wants me to get married already.
Yeah, so like as soon as you get in, like as soon as you start and you get into that main lobby, you start hearing like this wedding music, and you're like, wait, why does this sound like wedding music and stuff? So when you're in that main lobby, you don't see it, but then like you go to this other like lobby spot, like where the item shops and stuff, like all the shops are at, and then you see like the wedding bells and everything and stuff like that, and that's like the thing that they're selling because you can buy like the wedding cosmetics with like wedding dresses and stuff like that. Within its the the actual like real money shop gotcha stuff. Um, the so here's an interesting thing. I don't know if it's interesting, but to me it's interesting because again, I'm not big into MMOs. Um, there are certain cosmetics that I kind of just want to buy with my real money, and I can't. I'm just like I want to buy this with my real money, but like the real money shop only you can only buy like certain items, and then if you want to buy the cosmetics, you have to buy basically a lotto ticket. I can't remember the name of what they call it, but you buy like a lotto ticket, and it's just a randomized thing. It's kind of like it's basically a gotcha. So you could buy the tickets with your real money, and then you can pick the group of thing. Like if you want the Hatsune Miku set, or if you want the workers set, or if you want this set. Like you click on that, and then there's a bunch of different cosmetics in that, and then you just use that lotto ticket thing, and then you get something by random. And I was like, well, I just want to buy a certain cosmetic with my real money. Just let me give you my money so I can buy these clothes instead of you just randomly giving me it. So
I
I didn't like,
haven't really heard of any that does that yet.
yeah, like it felt very gotcha. Um, but you had that, but then on the flip side, you also can use your in-game money to buy costumes from other people because you can put like any items that you have, like items, costumes, and everything that you have, you can put onto the shop and you can sell it for however much money you want to. So you can go into that shop, you can search for that item or that costume or whatever, and see what other people are selling it for within the real game money.
Huh.
So that's actually I was like I actually like that. That's cool. But I was like I still want to buy something with my real money, but I just want to buy the specific thing with my real money.
Let me pay you.
Like let me give you my money. But like I did. Uh, what? Sorry, Google. But yeah, I did like the whole like, oh yeah, you can put like any item that you have up to the shop, so you could get money, and then you can see what other people are selling too. So that's like a real cool thing. And then like everybody has like their different price, and you can like the search query for it is like very like expansive. Like you could be like, I want to look for this thing within this price range, within this armor set, within this thing, and then it'll just show you all of like that. And then even when you go into it, it'll be like you want to buy like this costume, they'll show you like everything that person's selling too. So like if they have like other costumes or other items or other armor like sets and stuff, you can buy those from them too. So like that was really cool. Um, because I just hate the way MMOs are set up and stuff, like within that and within its quest management and everything. Because another thing that this thing has, it has daily orders. So basically, like there's a bunch of characters just around in the lobby where you talk to them and they're like, "Hey, kill 10 of these monsters." You you can get an order to kill 10 of these monsters. You can get an order to kill 2 of these monsters. You can get an order to use this item in this way, or you get an order to equip this item or learn how to do this. And you get a bunch of orders. You get to a max of 20 orders a total from everybody. Um, but when you have all of that, you're like, I don't fucking remember what orders that I have right now. So I'm gonna just go out there, start killing things, and then like, oh yeah, okay, I did that order or whatever. Now you can go into the menu and look at it, but like to have to do that each time and then actually remember that off the top of my head, like that's a hassle. So I had to like literally go into Discord, make my own server to organize everything that I have while playing this game. Like I have my orders organized in a certain way. I have my clothes organized in a certain way. Just everything organized, so I can have some type of structure while playing this game instead of just going in, clicking buttons, killing things, and not getting anywhere. I hate MMOs.
Some of those are a pain in the ass for that shit.
Yeah, like outside of like I just I hate feeling like I need a guide to play a game. Like I just want to like go in and play the game, and I hate having to be like, oh okay, like before I can do this, I have to do this, or I shouldn't do this yet. I'll have to wait until I do this, or I have to do the skill tree in a certain way, or it's gonna mess me up in end game. It's like I'm just like, oh, this is too much to just take in. Well, I just want to play the game. What is that?
Just let me enjoy my game.
Yeah, it's like let me play the game. But I mean, aside that though, it's a really fun game, really good looking game, lots of options, a lot of different systems and stuff within it. Um, Trying to balance between this and its Xenoblade is when it comes to the options and items and just all of the quests and stuff, like that's the thing that kind of makes like playing both of these hard at the same time, but when it comes to actual gameplay, like I want to play this more than I want to play Xenoblade, just because that auto battle just kills me in Xenoblade, and this when I have this fast paced action, like this is what I want. So I've been focusing on this more than Xenoblade, but
Yeah.
both are really good games. So any thoughts between the two?
Whenever PSO2 is, European play, you can play, yeah, European people can play, whole world can play, that's fine, cool. Or just find a way how to play on North America, I don't know.
Yeah, there's like a video out there that's like you have to change your
Yes.
clock into North America, then change this, and then install this way, and then change this back
My
to this.
clock is America.
Is it well, yeah, like I don't know. It's like it's some
Weird.
weird thing that you have to do. It sounds like a pain in the ass. But don't worry, we're gonna get to how great gaming is for Europeans are in a second. Because fuck y'all. But before we get to that, let's start on the docket.
Sorry. First off,
First off, Attack on Titan.
final season. Now, I have only seen the first season.
Okay. I have seen first season and half of the second season.
I've seen snippets of the second season. That's it.
The second season starts off really
So
slow.
the things I've heard about this anime, is that it's apparently 3 years later than the last season.
It's about this final season.
Yes, about 3 years later. That's why they're all older.
Yeah, so when I was reacting to it, like I think there's some parts where I think there's some parts where they're not older yet, like at the beginning of the trailer, and then like I think like midway during the trailer they get older. So probably in the beginning of the season they're probably still gonna be younger, then it's probably gonna have that time skip later on. But yeah, you can tell like this is some years later. I have no idea what the hell's happening and going on at all. It's just a lot of
I
things.
don't know either.
It's just a lot of things just happening. I don't know if somebody who knows, like who's been watching all of it, like understands even what's happening. But yeah, I reacted to this and I was like, I was like, this actually looks really cool. I have no idea what's happening right now.
Coming to an end now.
But yeah, it's cool to finally see this anime like wrapping up. Did they find out? I think they did find out what was in the basement. I'll say, did
No
they ever
idea.
find out what was in the basement? I think they found out what was in the basement, and like
Things can't last forever.
I think the thing that was in the basement was like became so irrelevant. Like they found out the thing with the basement, and it was like, okay, cool. Look at all this other shit that's happening right now.
The world is kind of changing.
But yeah, I don't have much else to say because I already did a reaction to this.
From the appearance of the founder Ymir to the present day, the Titans have taken many lives. But in recent years, the pieces have been taken. That's cool. That looks like Aaron. Not Aaron. Whatever his fucking name is.
Armin?
Armin?
Wait, who? I didn't know who he's like. What? Let's say.
That is.
Was it blonde hair or?
No, it's the master guy. You can kill Titans really good.
Oh, Levi? I don't
Levi,
know how to pronounce his name.
Levi. The final season.
But yeah, last season. One day I might watch all of this.
Eventually, I'll get to these.
Yeah, I mean, and not that long. It's 4 seasons. I mean, it's 24 episodes of 4 seasons, but it's not crazy long compared to a lot of other animes. So it's a doable task.
Yeah,
And it's a good anime, you know, like I think the only fall I've heard was the beginning of season 2 was kind of like shaky, which is where I stop that because I was kind of like, yeah, this doesn't have the same feel as
Oof.
season one. So that was the thing that stopped me. But people was like the midway and ending of season two is actually good. So yeah, might get back into it one day. Next thing, Dead by
They have
Daylight.
her as well.
You said what?
They have her as in Survivor 2. That's cool.
Oh yeah, you didn't see. Oh, you haven't seen this?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, Dead by Daylight now has Silent Hill characters.
Whoa.
So we have
Silent Hill
Pyramid
actually
Head,
being scary.
and we have Heather / Cheryl, however you want to, whatever side your mind goes into playing into this. It's
Yeah.
Silent Hill 3. But really
What the hell
cool.
does he have?
You said what?
What is that weapon he has?
That's his.
Oh wait, is he just dragging his thing?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
his,
he's
the
dragging
accent.
his thing along.
Yeah. Of course, there's a
Why
lot
is he
of.
holding it that way?
Isn't it? That's the way he holds it.
He's holding the big blade, but he's holding it weirdly to me.
But yeah. So
Is
you
this a
have
new map? I wonder.
yeah. This is the school is a new map. You have the Survivor. You have Heather / Cheryl Mason. Good touch that they put that there. For people who actually played the game, Silent Hill 3, and then you have Pyramid Head, the executioner. A lot of people, not a lot, but there are some Silent Hill elitists out there who are upset that Pyramid Head and Cheryl are in the same game, and it doesn't make sense because Pyramid Head was I was about to call him Harry. Harry is from one. Why am I blanking on Silent Hill 2 main character? Either way.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my mind's going blank. But yeah, Hill 2 main character. James.
James, how's it?
Yeah, Pyramid Head is a manifestation of of all of the wrong that James done. So he's only supposed to be
That makes me
around for
question
James.
a lot of things because the first time you see Pyramid Head.
Yeah. So like that's why a lot of the people who are elitists are like, they're not supposed to be in the same game. It's stupid, it makes no sense. They're not following the law. Blah, blah, blah,
Shut up
blah.
and let us
And
have
it's like
things.
it's like you do realize it's a game that has Freddy Krueger and the ghost from Scream and Michael Myers and other random monsters running around just doing random things. This is a party game. It's not, and it's supposed to have this deep, crazy lore. There's no story, so it's just
Oh no.
it's just party. Yeah, it's a really good game. I need to. I don't know if they're. I don't know much about the DLC. Like, I don't know if it's free or is it just an update.
I don't think so because I don't have any of the DLC shit.
Okay. So yeah, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a DLC or is it just an update where they're just
It's
characters
probably
now.
DLC.
Because like a lot of the. I think a lot of the killers and stuff, like the special killers, aren't they updates or they paid DLC?
No, they're paid DLC.
Oh, they are paid DLC. Okay, so yeah, okay, then probably most likely paid then. But yeah, it's worth the money. So if it's not crazy amount, probably like $5 at the most. But this is really cool. Cool to see that they're still keeping Silent Hill alive. Hopefully this is
What
telling
is
us
this?
something.
The
What?
box, the spike box shit.
Huh?
There's a spike box thing he sends you to apparently. If you go on the 10 minutes of gameplay, you'll see it.
It's probably one of the death traps. Does he bring you there or yeah, probably like
Yeah,
that's the
he
hook.
attacks you and then he stabs your ass and drags you down to hell. I'm guessing that's the new. That's like
Yeah, that's the hook.
but Map's version of the
The hook.
hook.
Yeah. Looks like it, looks like you can't escape that. I don't know how the freak you escape that.
You people, apparently you
It's
can.
it looks like death.
It just someone comes along, takes you off,
Let me
you're fine.
see. Okay, yeah, somebody's coming now. Yeah, okay, you can. It's just like death. Yeah, it's cool to see that they're actually paying
But he can
attention
range your ass. Damn.
to. Yeah, he's a ranger. He's long distance. So
Well, there's
mhm,
another guy with uh harpoon, I think, can drag your ass in.
mhm. um, this hopefully tells us that something Silent Hill could be coming. Of
This is
course,
Konami.
yeah. I mean, apparently, Konami had to sell some type of rights for the people who make Dead by Daylight to use these characters and everything. So at least they know it's still there and just not being used for pachinko machines and actually being used in a cool way. So hopefully, because there was some rumors about Sony working on some new Silent Hill stuff. I think those rumors got debunked. I can't remember if they did or didn't, but I know there was rumors about Sony working on like Silent Hill stuff um, for PlayStation 5. So hopefully that's true, or some part of it is true, or even if it's not true, we can start with something now. Um, I excited about it at the same time. We've had a bunch of not great Silent Hill games, so it even if we do get something new Silent Hill, it's still kind of scary because it could not be good. So, um, all that, yeah, I have nothing else to say. Cool.
Yeah, it looks cool, and eventually I'd like to get all the shit for it because I want to try it. I haven't actually tried playing as a murderer yet, to be honest. I've always been a little git.
Well, and I feel like that is more fun. What do you call them? Survivor is more fun
Survivor.
than the killer, but killers are fun sometimes.
I'm always the survivor, and I'm always the one that beats the guy away.
But yeah, it's been a while since I played Dead by Daylight, but that's a fun game, especially when you don't have freaking
Maybe
asshole
we'll come back
teammates.
to it when this is out. Is this out?
Uh, I think it's out. I
Oh,
don't have any news part on it. I just have the trailer and the gameplay.
shit.
But I will. It is out now. Um, but yeah, cool, cool DLC thing. Let's hope for more Silent Hill stuff. All right, let's get to why your opinions are trash.
Right, Jesus.
Okay.
Captain Tsubasa.
Captain Tsubasa Rise of the New Champions now has a release date. Which I thought I typed on here, which I didn't. August 28th.
August 28th.
August 28th. This game looks really, really good. I'm not even into soccer/football,
Never
but
mind. But it's anime, so we'd have to try it anyway.
yeah, this looks like they put all of the money into it. This is Bandai Namco, right? This looks like it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
yeah, by the
yeah, yeah. This looks like they put all of their Naruto money into this.
oh, then
This is Ultimate Ninja Storm 5.
So what is this? Oh, deluxe edition, collector's
So
edition, champions
yeah,
edition, legend edition. What?
so America, I don't think we get any special editions. At least the trailer doesn't show any. Um,
What?
but in Europe,
They get all
eh,
this
yeah, I get the
because
collector's
we're huge
edition.
football fans, right?
So let's see what we got here. We're gonna go through all of these
I think
things.
it's just. Hmm. So
So
deluxe edition gets a season pass bonus, deluxe edition bonus, uniform. Wait, there's a jumper uniform in the game. A character pass for 9 DLC players. So this is basically FIFA but anime. I'll take it anyway.
collector's
Well,
edition
collector's edition,
gets all of the same stuff,
all the same
plus
stuff. Yeah.
rainbow laminated collectible
Oh
cards,
my god, it
a
is
art
FIFA.
a art board, the steel bookcase for either PlayStation 4 or Switch,
Look
and
at that
the
monster.
figure the figure, the 28 centimeter of, I don't know how to say this boy's name, Tsubasa Ozuro. And then you get the bots.
Did you say badges? Did you point out badges?
Huh?
Did you point out the badges?
Oh, I didn't even see that. I thought that was just icons. Yeah, and the badges. Are those real badges? Like, are those like physical badges or are those in-game badges? Those probably physical badges.
I would say those physical badges.
Yeah.
So Champions Edition, all the same stuff. Yeah, a customized football jersey.
Is that the only? I think that's the only extra thing. Is the football
That's
jersey.
the only get from that. Okay.
And then if you're just like, that shit's not enough.
That's just not enough. We need a fucking football table.
You get a foosboard table customized to the game with a signature on it.
How much? Hey, hold on. How much is this shit?
This is crazy. This is
Legend. Captain. Bad. Legends. This should tell you. Right.
Cat Fiend. What is wrong with my spelling today?
Or oh wait. Happy.
Yep, this pre-order, so there should be a price on it.
Legends Edition. At the door. Oh. Holy shit! So, Captain Tsubasa Legends Edition, official jersey PC. 1,007.
Hold on, you cut out. Hold on, you cut out. You said 1,000 and then you cut out.
1,789.99. Let's just have a moment of silence for that.
And I don't think we have it at all here in America.
No, it's
Like they just don't even give us. It's like y'all can't afford this shit. We know.
you think we can?
We have DOC.
It's sold out. What the fuck?
They probably only had one.
The PC's okay. Nintendo Switch is sold out. And the PS4 is sold out. They've all sold out.
So they probably only had one.
Some rich anime weed fuck was like, yeah, I'm taking that.
This is what we get in America. Every pre-order. We only get pre-order. We don't even get.
Yeah, pre-order.
We get some uniform sets. That's it. We get uniforms and a ball. That's how it's switch it.
Let's move on before I throw up in my wallet. Oh my god.
But yeah, hype to see this game. Really, really hope that it's good because I'm gonna spend my $60 on it and only 60 and nothing more than that.
I'm just trying to think of who would spend almost 2K on a fucking thing.
Somebody did. It's sold out. Somebody did.
All of them.
So every day's today's menu for the Emilia family.
I guess they got damn money from.
Every day's today's menu for the Emilia family is delayed.
Yep.
That's it. Nothing else more. We talked about this game earlier before.
Awesome.
Looks
I'm hungry
cool.
now.
Probably never gonna come to America. If it does, that'd be really, really cool. Dragon Quest was just like, here, we're gonna take a dump on all of y'all and have here some anime and games. There you go.
Quest
Don't
the
ask us
Adventures.
for shit. And so there is a new anime in 3 different games that got announced for Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai. So there's an anime for Adventures of Dai. not much is shown. Just him charging up, and that's it. There is what's the next thing? Is it the mobile game? So yeah, there's a mobile game for iOS and Android. I think which one is this?
Oh, RPG on iOS.
So this looks interesting. Like it's hard to pinpoint like what type of stuff. Like I feel like I've never seen something like this before.
Dragon Ball
Is it like
Legends.
the Dragon Ball?
It looks like a Dragon Ball Legends thing. The way that, yeah, the way that character panel is with him charging forward and shit. It
Yeah,
reminds me of more one.
it looks cool. Looks interesting. Um, the next thing is what's it called? Dragon Quest Adventure Die Crossblade, which this
Play.
is for arcades. Is it just arcades? Yeah. So this is for arcades.
Arcade. Oh, Crossblade.
And this seems very pachinko, but it has more to it actually. Never mind. There's like gameplay elements, like you're using cards and crossing the cards to do certain moves. I don't know. It's hard to see what this one is. I don't know how to describe.
Yeah, it's like a card game.
It's like a card game, but it has RPG elements into it. I don't know. And then the last one is the one that's coming out for consoles. PlayStation 4, probably PlayStation 5. This is where the money went.
That's why the money. Oh, Jesus. 1 second.
Like I said, this is where the money went. This is Dragon Quest Adventures of Die Infinite Trash. Infinite Trash does not look trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is where the money went. Seems very like action RPGs. Looks like a yeast type game. Just with like way better graphics. So if any of these are coming to the West, it would be the anime in this game. Maybe the iOS game, the mobile game. We're not getting that arcade game.
They thought up a new thing. It was like, yeah, let's just milk this. Let's make an anime. Let's make a fucking game, iOS game. Let's make an actual game.
Japan loves Dragon Quest, and Dragon Quest 11 did super crazy
Infinite.
numbers over there. So
Trash? That's a weird name.
trash.
Trash.
This
Infinite.
game is trash.
This is
So
insane.
we got a shit ton of Dragon Quest. So if you are a Dragon Quest fan, you should be happy and rejoicing because you got a shit ton of stuff coming your way. Unless you just hate Die, then you just be really mad because they're gonna milk this.
What's this? Okay, Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online.
Avatar.
Actually, first of all, this trailer's in English, so now we
it
can
is.
finally know how to freak to say this title.
In Sword Art Online,
Alicization.
Alicization Licorice.
Alicization Licorice. There we go.
Let me get that. 1 sec. Alicization Licorice.
Alicization Licorice. So now we know how to say it. So yes, there's a avatar customization, which confuses me. Because when are we
Yeah.
playing as our avatar, and when are we playing as Kirito?
So I'm guessing your avatar is like a side thing you get to create and then have along with you. That's what I'm kind of guessing from that. There's like a thing that was like, hey, it reminds me of not exactly the same as like Final Fantasy 15, but in 15 you could create your own avatar and then be your own avatar as like a skin or outfit, you know? That's what kind of reminds me of, but
Oh, you could do that. I don't remember that in 15. I
yeah, that
remember
was like
you
an thing, I think.
with the multiplayer thing.
I'm not sure if it was with the multiplayer, but it was in like the PC version. I'm sure it was.
Okay, so that's probably why I haven't played much of the PC one. But yeah, so I mean, I guess it could be like that. Yeah. The avatar could just be a character. It's another character that you play as. It's gonna be that weird thing of who are you gonna play as, Kirito or your avatar?
It's basically
Like,
how it puts up
yeah, because
this.
you're only gonna play as one or the other. Well, I don't know. You might the
I
other
don't
ones
like
might be cool.
basically.
It'd be weird to have an avatar and not play as it though. To be like, okay, I made this character now. I'm just gonna keep playing as Kirito. Physically having the option to play as your avatar, but being like, I don't want to play as my avatar. I'm gonna play as
Fucking
Kirito.
wait, relationship things?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
They announced this a little bit
Like
a while ago. They have relationship things with all of your
but
friends.
motherly. Cute.
So yeah, it has that. I like that in games, but this is SAO, so huh?
That has a hint of lips from
Yeah,
Sakura Wars.
from Sakura Wars, and as I said, I like it in games, but this is SAO, so
This is
they
SAO.
always have it, and it's always uh,
You're
uh,
basically making your avatar to flirt with everyone else.
yeah. Well, basically, you're making Kirito for with everyone else because it's always Kirito that's flirting with every human
Sure,
being.
avatar, you won't feel as bad.
But yeah, I'm still excited for this game. Yeah, still unfortunate that it's July 10th instead of it being in May. But
At least I get to play this before my birthday or for my birthday.
but yeah, it's gonna be that weird thing of, do I want to play Sword Art Online or do I want to play Ghost?
Both. No, I'll take Ghost
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, I really want to play Sword Art, but
I'll play
yeah, Ghost
both,
is
but
in me.
I'll
Yeah.
choose playing one more than the other. I'll probably Ghost.
All right, next story is kind of hard to talk about until later
Sentinel?
because um the time has changed due to recent current events. But 13 Sentinels, Agnius Rim. Do you know about this game, Nate?
No.
Google it or YouTube it, look at it, and I feel like you've probably seen it before, and you probably just don't know the name of it. Um, but 13 Sentinels is a game. It's only out in Japan right now. Really, really cool art style. It's like a 2D, like hand drawn, like side, like outside of battle. It's like a 2D hand drawn side scroller thing with
Oh
like a
yeah.
really deep story. What you said?
What? Hey, hold on. Go back. What did I just see there?
What?
I just hold on. It was the picture frames. I just saw something.
But
You're pulling up a shirt.
wait, what happened?
On the gameplay, I was looking, and there's part with the character panels,
Yeah.
and like 11 seconds in, and just one girl pulling up her shirt.
Wait, which one did you click on?
I just typed in 30 Sentinels Aegis Rim and went down to like gameplay trailer.
Let's see.
Just one girl slowly, like half like her top half
Oh.
up.
But yeah, it was a game when it first came out, it didn't do the numbers that they wanted it to do. So like the first month that it was out, it kind of like didn't sell well. But then after that, like I think it came out in November last year. In December, it didn't do that well, but then in January, like it sold like I think 300,000 copies or something like that, or maybe even more than that. Because one of the big things is that Sakurai, creator of Smash Brothers, he played the game and he came out and told everybody it is an amazing game with an amazing story, and everybody definitely needs to play it, which made everybody run out and go and play it. So he kind of helped this game get its popularity. So it became super popular and everything. So now at IGN Summer of Gaming, Atlas West said that they're gonna make an appearance of this game. So we're gonna see more. Well, we're gonna see the American version of this, a trailer or maybe some gameplay stuff, maybe some hopefully an English dub. This is Atlas West, so I'm really thinking it's gonna be an English dub.
Oh, hello. Sorry.
Because
Oh,
there's a lot of dialogue in this game, so
I can tell. It's very stylized. I like it.
yeah. Like
Goddamn short.
I've been super excited to play this game for the longest time. So, PlayStation 4 exclusive. I would like to play something like this on Switch.
It's a knack for making really stylized games.
But yeah. So we're gonna know more about this not on June 9th. We will get to when it's gonna be shown a little later in the podcast. But yeah, cool game. Excited for it. Excited for it.
I like it. What the look of it. It intrigues me.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, if you've never seen it before, I'm sure it's gonna be something that you're gonna want to look into. Next thing, Azure Strikers Gunvolt 2. It's coming out in Steam.
Zero Striker. I swear I've heard of Zero Striker before.
It's basically Mega Man X,
Oh,
but it's like you control electricity and you have these anime idol waifus that sings for you and they give you power up and stuff when they sing. I have the first one on Switch. It's really good, even though I've never beat it. Um, really, really good. I love like the anime, the Mega Man X games. So there's a, of course, this was a game I was gonna like a lot. There's also a side game with this red guy. I can't remember his name, but he has his own game too. That's out on everything. But yeah, Azure Striker Gunvolt 2 is gonna be out on Steam June 22nd. So you can
ooh.
get it on Steam. It's already out on PlayStation 4, Switch. I'm not sure Xbox, but it's out on everything else already.
Toro. Tongue of Diva.
Nimbus. I can't say words right. Nimbus Infinity.
This infinite.
This is I didn't put the whole story on there. Um, this got announced. Um, is it for PlayStation 5 that they announced it for? I can't remember. But this is a sequel to a game that's called Project Nimbus, which is on Steam right now.
It
Um,
looks
which
very
is
good, but
which is that
it looks very good.
yeah, like this look. I thought this was Project Nimbus because I heard of Project Nimbus before, so I thought this was it. But I was like, this looks not like Project Nimbus. I mean, Project Nimbus looks good, but it doesn't look like this. Like this looks like PlayStation 5 level of graphics. But yeah, so this is in development right now. This got announced. Not sure when it's gonna come out. Um, I think Project Nimbus is outside of Japan. Like I think they released it already. So just like a mecha fighting game. Um, if you like mecha fighting games, yeah, there is a English version of it. So yeah, so hopefully we'll get to see Nimbus Infinity outside of Japan. Next, VV. Is it what's the Japanese name of this? Is it VV Neptunia? Either way, Neptunia Virtual Stars got announced for 2020 release date, 2021 release date.
Game, huh? That's
I think this is the only game out that's officially announced for 2021. I don't think anything's announced that something was coming out in 2021.
You know, for the longest goddamn time, I like these games. I didn't fucking realize that Aaron Fitzgerald voices Noir.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
I knew that.
I like Noir
I
as
knew that,
well.
and I know that, and I've never even played them yet.
You should play them. They're good.
I know. I have Rebirth 1 on my computer.
I think I have all the rebirths. I don't have the.
You don't have V11, VII.
Yeah, I don't have VII yet.
And then what's the new one? VIR. What's the new
That's the VR one, I think.
No, well, it's the VR one, but it's still what you call it? It's what do you call it? A definitive version of VII. There's like extra stuff in it too.
There's like
It's
a bunch
not VR.
of different Neptunia games. So there's a Noir only one if you want your Chie fix, I guess.
I YouTube. I went down a YouTube hole of trying to figure out where to start and what's a good what are
Even
the
I
good
don't know
ones
where
and
to
stuff.
start.
So,
Just start with the rebirth ones and then work
yeah,
your way out.
everybody always says start a Rebirth. Don't go back to the
Um,
first ones unless you really just want to, because they're
There's
dated.
also Full Goddesses Online one as well.
Yeah,
and then there was another one out. It's like a 2D one.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of them.
Eventually, I'll
This
play them
one-
all.
This one seems really cool, and this one's coming out. Yeah, worked. This one's coming out
Shooter.
outside of Japan in 2021.
Oh no, I feel like it. Okay.
You
It
said what?
reminds me of Oh, that was the other one. The Neptunia U game.
Yeah,
whatever
this
it was
is
called.
this
It
is
was
like
a
Neptunia U, but better.
a fighters game, a warriors game. My bad. That was fun as well.
So, yeah, I'm not sure when I'm gonna start on these, but I'm going to start on these eventually.
Eventually.
A Zero Lane Crosswave. It's coming to Switch September 17th in Japan.
Let's go.
You
Too bad
know
it's
more
on
about
PC.
this?
I'm gonna get it on PC anyway.
Okay. Oh, so it's coming out on PC.
No, it's on PC.
Oh, it's on PC already. Is it on?
So I was just saying, too bad it's on PC. I'm
okay.
gonna get it on PC anyway.
So
Because of
yeah,
Boba.
maybe this will come out in the West on Switch. I might play it on the Switch.
Probably will. I don't see why not. If the others are here already, giving people another music is playing and I can't concentrate. Give other people a chance to play the game. They have the Switch as well.
But yeah, I've never touched any of these games. They
I
always look pretty cool.
I haven't. It's by the same developers as Neptunia. I want to play this game because I liked Azora Lane on the mobile. I don't wanted like a more fleshed out one. But
Yeah, this right here reminds me of what's the other boat girls?
Kantai Collection.
Yeah, this reminds
That's
me. Of the
that's my
Kansai
first
Collection
anime, so I know that one.
This is. I know those characters for other reasons.
Shut your mouth.
All
I will
right,
cherish
next.
my boat girls and will not take them.
Legend of Heroes. I don't know. 10. Legend of Heroes. Hajime no Test. I can never say that word. But the 10th Legend of Heroes.
Be a corridor.
Got a TV slot. Well, a web commercial. I don't think I'm ever gonna play this game just because I'm never gonna catch up ever in life to all 10 of these games.
I haven't even started yet.
I am a third within Coat still, and that's all the highest side of knowledge I have with this series. So
They have them all like wish listed on Amazon.
you said what?
I have them all wish listed on Amazon.
Yeah, I mean it's a dope looking game. Like the just all of them just seem like something good comes out of it by the end of it.
Either that or just download them, to be honest.
Oh yeah, just download them. I would just play the PC versions.
I want a physical at some point, so that's why I've got them on the wish list.
Don't I have the physical? Oh no, because I had the Vita version of Code Still, but I digitally downloaded that. Which
Digitally downloaded it.
I wouldn't recommend just because of some weird non-voice acted parts in it for whatever reasons that they do that in America. But anyway, next thing, the Coma 2.
Oh yeah, you're talking about.
Coma 2 is coming out for consoles. So it's coming out for PlayStation 4 and Switch June 19th and sometime later for Xbox One. Nobody cares. But yeah, this is out on Steam already. I actually forgot that it was out on Steam because I remember waiting for it to be out on Steam. Then it came out, but I think I was worried about so many other things that I don't even remember it coming out. But the Coma is a really, really good horror like game. I played the first one on stream last year, and I got far into it. I didn't finish it, but I got far. But it's really good. It is scary. It is one of those things that like have you jumping and stuff like that. So I would highly recommend playing this game. I might get this on Switch when it comes out. I think I have the. Do I have the? Yeah, I have the first one on Switch too. I think when I streamed it, I had it on PC, but then I think I just went and bought it on Switch too.
I liked it so much.
Yeah, it's a really good. Well, on Switch I got the recut version. On PC, I think I just had the original version, and then they came out with recut, which added like extra stuff. So I got that on Switch.
Might pick them both up.
Yeah, I would highly recommend playing both of these.
Vicious Sisters.
Like between this and I can't think of the other one, the 8-bit horror side-scrolling horror game. I can't think of what the name was. Yeah, it's gone for me. But two really good 2D horror games. And for this to actually get a new sequel in, I haven't heard reviews or nothing about this, but I can't see it being bad. I don't
horror
see it.
games for October.
Next up, Pokemon. I don't have much to say about this because with the whole expansion stuff, I just haven't really. My interest hasn't been fully there. So yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass part 1. They just talked more about it and everything. We already had the release date, June 17th. But yeah, I just haven't had interest into it as much. I don't know if you can talk more about it, Nate, or have any more interest in it.
I mean, I haven't had a big interest on the new Pokemon yet because there's just so much other stuff that I want to get through first before I just sit down with Pokemon. I mean, the last Pokemon I played was like Sun or no, it was Moon. I think it was Moon.
You haven't played. Oh, so yeah, you haven't played Sword and Shield. I forgot about that. So yeah.
No, I don't have it.
Maybe this would be better for you then, since once you finally play Sword and Shield, you'll have Sword and Shield in the expansion pack all together.
Yeah. Maybe by the time I get around to Sword and Shield, there'll be like a whole complete edition or something.
Yeah, because you'll have part 1 and part 2 of the expansion packs. So, but yeah, I think my lack of interest for this is just more of I've already played past Sword and Shield now. Like I've beat it, finished it, and now there's so many other stuff to play that I would rather not go back to this. But like if I had this expansion pack when I first played it, I would play this too. So, but maybe one day I will get some interest into it again. I'm always with that with Pokemon anyway. Like at a time I'm just like, oh, I don't want to play Pokemon right now. Then later randomly I'm like, yeah, I want to play Pokemon.
You
And
just
then
get
I
that
decide to
like
pick up
you know
Sword and
that
Shield.
like fixing
Yeah,
to play Pokemon.
yeah,
But that at this point it's not fixing right now. You're like, I just want to play other shit.
yeah. So yeah, maybe there's a lot of things I'm looking at this right now that I see that I like. Like I see there's a lot more extra Pokemon added in and stuff like that. A lot more areas that's in the game. Like I said, the trailer looks fine or whatever. It's just I don't feel like going back into this world at the moment.
Yeah, basically my verdict on it. I don't feel like Pokemon in right now because I want not Pokemon. I want to do other things. My interests are elsewhere. Right? You have like a taste for doing something. And right now, I don't feel like catching shit. I feel like killing shit.
I feel like catching shit. Fairy Tale. Fairy Tale is
Delayed until June.
delayed
June.
to the
July
end of
30th.
July. July 30th for Europe and Japan, and 31st for North America.
What is
I don't know.
Europe in that?
I don't know.
So we get a day earlier, which is
So yeah, I get a day earlier. Also, Koei Tecmo Europe put out some new gameplay footage for us to see.
1 minute.
Game looks amazing still. I still don't. I'm at that weird medium where I have a lot of interest in it, but at the same time I don't, just because I don't fully know the story of the part where this game is starting, since it starts after time jump, and I didn't get that far, so it's gonna be like a lot of stuff I'm probably not gonna understand and get and stuff. I wish they would have just started at the beginning and gave us.
I don't know who you are. I know who you are though.
I know all of these characters but that little lolly girl.
I don't know who the lolly girl is.
I know everybody else though. But yeah, like if you're gonna give us a long story RPG, why wouldn't you start at the beginning? This
So
that still bothers me. I still might just play this game either way though. Depends on, probably not when it first comes out, but when price drops or anything like that, maybe. Just depends on how I feel. But end of July, good looking game. I like the battle systems is interesting. You have to go in a little bit through the video to see more. But yeah, the battle system is interesting, and that's really that's one of the biggest parts that really I really want to get into.
You could tell somebody's gonna start messing with that. Start messing because when you press the skills, they do a little pose. Just imagine someone messing with that, just going between both of them. Yeah. But yeah, going back on the bat, I really like the bat. What the hell is that? What was the locked thing I just saw? It's like awakening and then something else, apparently. But I like how this is set out. What does it remind me of? The way it's played.
It does remind me of it.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't fucking remember now.
But yep, July 30th and 31st. So Sword Art and Ghost time period. So yeah, that's gonna be on the back burner. Woo! Compared to those two. Next, Death End Request 2.
a Nate trailer.
is coming out. I didn't put the release date on it. Summer 2020. Looks cool. This is the opening movie trailer, so be advised if you want to watch this or not. This is the opening movie. Or if you want to wait until the game actually comes out or whenever you play it. But yeah.
I just had a little taste. That was it. Just a little dabble. That was it.
Looks
Oh,
like,
I was, ah! Just screaming.
I mean, looks like every other IF game.
Except
Not a bad thing if you like the IF games. So not much to say.
Good or bad, I don't know. Depends.
They're very like, you can tell they're under production games, but they just have this thing to them. They have this
fuck, it's in my a certain word. I can't remember the word now. Charm. They have a certain charm about them that makes you like them, even if they have some shitty quality stuff.
Yeah. It's sad. It's like, you can tell there's not a whole lot of money into them, but like there's just a thing that's like, yeah, I like these games. They feel very Japanese.
Like, part of me feels like Fairy Fencer F, Advent Dark Force, and the Neptunia 11V was their most like production or their more expensive looking game.
Probably because like even what you call it, even Fairy Fencer is still kind of like underproduced. But probably like the most would be Neptunia.
Neptunia IVV. IVV? What?
Oh, is it IV? I thought it was the other way around. Maybe
I don't know.
Neptunia IIVR is their probably most one. Yeah,
you can tell.
Since those games probably making the most money for them anyway.
Yeah, basically.
All of their series. And next we have
I think I played Fairy Fencer more than the most out of their IFs. Well, the original Fairy Fencer, not the Advent IF.
Yeah. We have some Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2.
Behind the scenes.
Chad Muska. I said Muska. Chad Muska. He looks really old now. But all of them look really old. Since these games.
He looks really old now. Doesn't they all look old?
But yeah, just showing some more like stuff from the game. Game looks amazing.
It's more of him just talking about his being in a game and shit.
Yeah, but we have some new footage and stuff there. They're doing this with all of the skaters. I'm about to say characters. All of the skaters that's in the game. Just really cool. Game still looks cool. September 4th, I'm hype.
It looks cool. Still awesome. Still gonna play it. Still gonna have a ball.
I've seen the whatchamacallit, the video that we saw with different gameplay stuff of it. But it didn't have the music. There's a YouTube video out there that added music into it. The music from the games. So it kind of has that feel like okay, this feels right. Like they playing like Superman and stuff, so it's cool.
Nice. Tales of Christoria.
Tales of Christoria, it's delayed for final adjustments. So it's not delayed for any other reasons, just for final adjustment. This is the mobile game.
I don't know. Never mind.
There is no date for it. Because it was supposed to come out in June. But yeah, now it's
the festival 2020.
So that brings me to this, which brings me to a deeper story.
Okay.
So Tales of Festival is announced for June 14th, 2020. The creators said, well, Bandai Namco said, don't be too excited for this, basically.
That is
Basically,
like, don't do it.
basically
Only
they're just saying, hey, this is for people who are just big fans of like the Tale series as a whole. So don't expect anything crazy to come out of this. We do have something crazy with like more announcements and stuff. That's gonna be March 7th, 2021.
funny or written out, okay.
So for everything that's coming out next week,
Yeah,
hey,
Tells
don't be
Festival's
excited.
Twitch stream is meant to be more of a small-scale fun event for fans. Bandania was already ahead of the matter, saying folks shouldn't expect big news or announcements for the stream. Hosting the stream will be voice actors, because okay, so the people behind Lloyd and Zealous. That's cool.
Mhm. So
People
basically,
coming back for shit.
so basically, I'm gonna give two predictions of what this means. Well, I'll give three predictions of what this means.
I'll probably look at it. I'll probably watch it.
What this means is June 14th, they're not gonna talk about anything with Tales of Arise at all. Not even the slightest. No details of nothing.
Oh, no.
Um, the second thing is March 7th, 2021, they're gonna talk about Tales of Arise, which means Tales of Arise isn't coming out anytime close within a year. So Tales of Rise is not coming out until sometime in 2021,
How's
either summer or late.
what else
Um,
next year?
what you said
What else is supposed to come out? Is supposed to come out next year? I forget.
from
There's a game.
Tales?
No,
Or
not
just
from.
period?
There's a game. There's a specific game that's probably coming out next year.
Neptunia.
God. No, Neptunia. Something we discussed a while ago.
That's supposed to come out in 2021.
Yeah.
I can't think of
Something works.
that actually
I don't
said
know.
coming out 2021. Because the only thing that I've seen that actually said that they're coming out 2021
Oh, it was Resident
is
Evil.
Neptunia. You said what?
It was. I think it was Resident Evil.
Oh, but they still didn't. They still didn't announce when for
Yeah,
Resident
no,
Evil.
I don't know that. I have certain aneurysms when I think.
Resident Evil. They're supposed to be announcing something small sometime the end of this month. Well, not something small. They just said they have some type of announcement like end of this month. We don't know what that is, so we
Resident
don't know if that's
Evil
regarding Resident Evil 8 or just something that's lackluster. Um.
Evil
So yeah.
4.
So well, Resident Evil 4. That's way later. 8's gonna come up before 4.
I know.
So with this, like I said, Tales of Rise is not going to be talked about next week. It's most likely going to be talked about in 2021 in March. So that means the game's coming out way later. And the third thing is,
I don't mind that.
if anything's coming out this next week, well, not coming out, anything's announced this week, I will say it's gonna be either something with Symphonia, Graces, or Excelia
Something tells me
being
it might be something
remastered.
with Symphonia or something therein. Because why would they get their voice actors to do this?
Well, they
For
might
no
get this
reason.
just because they're the most popular one. I'll say either the most popular ones or the only ones that they can find
Are
right
they
now.
popular?
Yeah, Symphonia. I would say the most popular Tales game is probably Symphonia.
They do stuff for reasons, I don't know. Something. I don't
Well,
know.
like they said,
Whatever.
this is for the fans. So, like, if you're gonna be
Probably.
like for the
Okay.
fans and they get the most popular ones, you're gonna get Symphonia stuff. But
No.
I feel like they would.
Is that?
I mean, they can do Symphonia. I mean, we already got a remastered of Symphonia.
Why is Sheena?
on
Why is
PC.
Sheena not popular, huh?
You said what?
Why is Sheena not popular, huh?
You said why she not popular? Who's that?
So where's Zealous there, huh? Gigolo, fucking.
I think Zealous
Boy.
is probably popular. Of course, Lloyd is the most popular.
What's Lloyd's
Um,
probably the main character?
But I mean, they could do Symphonia, but like I said, they already got Symphonia on Steam, so we already got
Yeah.
current
I want more. I want
one.
more Telltale games on Steam.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I feel like since we got that on Steam, we got Vesperia last
Vesperia, we
year.
got Hysteria, and we've got Berseria. That's the only
So
ones.
the older ones, like I feel like a lot of people love Graces, even though
Two.
I'm indifferent on Graces.
Because
But a
that's
lot of
for the,
people
we
love
don't have that.
Graces. So we
Graces
can get
too.
Graces and Exelia, which I love. We need to get that. Like those are the two PlayStation 3 ones.
Hey, I
That,
feel like Tales of Symphonia 2 would be easy because that's also got like PS3.
oh, you mean Dawn in the New World?
Yeah.
It's an easy one, but they're probably not going to do it just because people don't like that game.
Well, fuck
It's
you.
it's one of no. That's my favorite Tales of. Well, besides this area, Dawn in the New World is my favorite Tales of game, but it is the most hated Tales of game
Why is it your
of the whole
favorite?
series. It's, I mean,
Curious. Not
it's not the
joking.
first one because the first one I played, the first Tales game I played is the first one was the Tales of Fantasia, but it's the first 3D one I played. 1, 2. I just enjoyed that story. I enjoyed like Emil, like with the two like personalities and stuff like that. Of course, it's Johnny Young Bosch, which is my favorite voice actor of all time, doing both of his voices.
Had like two
You said what?
had like two endings, I think.
Yeah, it has two endings, but like the bad ending is like one of those like this is not that good of an ending. It's kind of a shitty ending.
The endings are obvious, basically. Like
Yeah,
you lose the fight, you get the good ending.
yeah, it's like that. But yeah, it's just one of those like I
It's
don't know,
one
it's
of
just a thing that just like really like when I play it, I just enjoyed playing through it, and whenever I play it again now, I just get those like
I'm not saying it was a
nostalgic feelings
bad
that I love.
game. I'm
Yeah,
not even saying I didn't enjoy it at all. I'm just curious myself because I like the game too.
yeah, like I said,
What's it?
it besides Mysterio when Mysterio came, that became my favorite. But like, yeah, Dawn of the New World is my favorite. In
I just want to play that again.
of course, a lot of people just don't particularly
A
like
lot
that
of
one.
people are bitches.
But yeah, everything within the PlayStation 3 time period, I put Dawn of the New World in PlayStation 3 time period just because they did get ported to PlayStation 3. But so like that one Graces and Exelia, like in Exelia 2. I keep forgetting that was a sequel. I never played 2 because I never finished Exelia, but I do like Exelia a lot. But all of those deserve to be on the current gen. Remaster those.
Those games deserve to be on current or on PC.
Yeah. Yeah, put it on PC. Definitely put these on PC for my own benefit, so I can just have these. So I'm sure, like, 15 years down the line, I'm probably not going to have a PlayStation 4 and a Switch anymore.
Most people down the line are gonna have a PC or something.
Yeah.
Or
So,
I don't
but we have that, but I'm sure there's a bunch of other, like, mobile Tales of games that's supposed to be coming out. Also, give me a give us a remake of an old Tales game. Let's do some remakes.
the remakes. It's the dawn of remakes. Come on,
Yeah.
join in the fun. Join in on the fun.
I would love to see a remake of Fantasia, because that is one of my favorite Tales games for the 2D time period. Like that's a game that I would love to see like
It's a good
in
choice.
modern time with voice actors and stuff like that. So, and then
Yeah.
like it's a good thing to be like, hey, this is the start of the Tales series. Like yeah, like for people who never played the start.
Get
here you go.
people. It's a good way to get people into the Tales of series by showing the first
Yeah.
all good and
I think
get
the reason they probably won't, because if you look at this at a Japan point of view, because remember this is a Japan thing, it's not an American thing.
I know.
So in a Japan point of view, they already ported that game like 10 million times, and they already had the PSP fully voiced remaster, make whatever you want to call it, of Fantasia, so they're probably like, yeah, we're done with making that game again. We're not gonna do that again.
Stop asking, we're done.
But yeah, that's something, a wish that I would like to see come true. So remake Fantasia and port all of the PlayStation 3 ones to PC and current gen.
That's our long dream that we want.
But I'm gonna tell you what's really gonna happen next week. They're gonna talk about some Tales stuff. They're gonna have some toys. They're gonna talk about Tales of Prestoria getting delayed and what they're adding to that for the mobile, and some more mobile games that they're gonna have, and some pachinko stuff. And that's it.
Yeah, I
That's
can
what's
see
gonna
that.
happen.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be, don't have high expectations for this, especially when they coming out telling you, hey, this is for
So, hi,
us to have
how's it
fun.
going? We're Bandai.
Just have fun with this. This is just for the fans.
Yes,
Don't
like-
worry about important things until next year. And it's like, what the fuck? Like next year? Like, why we gotta wait on this? So yeah, I'm not having high expectations, but hopefully something will come out and surprise us. But usually when the creators are saying,
I'll
hey,
talk about.
huh?
I'll
say?
talk about high expectations in a bit with something else.
Yeah, I'm talking about high expectations with something else.
Oh, so are we gonna be talking about the same thing? I wonder?
No, we're not.
Is it big
We're
with the
talking
B?
about two different things. My expectations for this thing is probably like way higher than yours. I'm not sure.
Oh,
My high
There's a big
expectations
difference.
that already gotten lower because of it. You probably already know what I'm talking about, but we'll get to it. Next thing, which actually
Street Fighter
kills
5.
something that I would talk about later. Street Fighter 5 championship.
Yeah, you were talking about Street Fighter 6, and like before I finished reading, I was about to type in like, yeah, we're not doing Street Fighter 6 this year, sorry.
Yeah, because we
But
have,
you already said.
yeah. So there's a final season with 4 new characters and 3 more
I
stages.
think it's because of the pandemic that they're not going to be doing 6 yet, because
I don't think
they'll
so.
probably plummet their shit.
I don't think so. So I think this is what they wanted. They still want to
More
milk
money.
it. Yeah, I don't think it has no reason with nothing other than what's in their plans. And 6 is probably not going to come out till like 2022 at the earliest.
But also the fact that they can't really show it off grandly yet.
Yeah. But I feel like if Evo was here, we would have got a trailer for this. And nothing about 6. We got a trailer about the final season for it.
Winner, yeah, boys. So yeah, 5 is 5 more characters, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
5 more characters, 3 more stages.
3 more stages. Don't know what the characters are yet. Don't know what the stages are yet. Just said that it's gonna be a final season.
So let me go off my small little tangent of.
Which is a bit weird because Championship Edition was supposed to be like the old encompassing.
Why
bullshit.
do games keep doing this? Why do these fighting games keep coming out with more editions, and here's the final Ultimate Editions, and the DLC for the final. It's like, no, this is supposed to be the disc form of everything. Like I should be able to buy this game, and this should be the Ultimate Edition, where I don't have to buy nothing else, buy extra characters, buy extra DLC, and when I play this game in 20 years, it has everything in it, and I don't have to worry about the systems and servers being down, where I can't download all of the extra characters. Don't give me the final game, and then give me more DLC with it. Put everything into this.
My problem. My problem with all of them.
Dead or Alive did that with last round. Like, why do you have a game called Last Round and then have more characters and clothes and stuff come out? Like, are you gonna say this is the last round?
Like, come on,
Plus.
bro. At this time, I kind of expect that from fucking Dead or Alive.
Yeah, I mean,
now.
it doesn't surprise me, but it is still frustrating. It's like, and that's like, I've seen, like, probably not in this one, but like one of the Damatsu comments about, I can't remember what game it was. It might have been Street Fighter, but somebody was asking, they was like, so is this the final, like, should I wait into They like, I'm not into fighting games, so I've never really been big into fighting games. I think it was Grand Blue. And they was like, so with all of these DLCs coming out, is there gonna be like a disc form that I can get? Because I want to wait for that. And then like me and like a couple of other people was like in the comments and was like, so what's gonna happen is there's gonna be a disc form that's gonna come out with all of these DLCs that's coming out on it. But then after that, they're gonna come out with more DLC later. And then after they come out with that more DLC, they're gonna come out with another disc that's gonna have all of those DLCs on it. But they're gonna come out with even more DLC after that. So
basically, fighting games in a nutshell.
Yeah. So basically, don't like unless you really just like, I'm really gonna wait a year and some change, or some years and some change for the final disc form.
Kind of makes me wonder if Dragon Ball Fighters is ever going to do that shit. Because they don't have like a complete edition yet.
That's true. I'm trying to think of other Arxis stuff. I mean, Blaze Blue does it because they had 3 X arts and they had a shit ton of second of XX and stuff on the second Blaze Blue. I mean, not Blaze Blue. Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear. Not.
Yeah, I meant to say Guilty Gear. Blaze Blue did have a shit ton of all their CS stuff. But yeah, like I'm trying to think. I guess fighters probably won't. And even if they do, they're gonna come out with the ultimate version, and then they're gonna come out with more DLC. But I guess whatchamacallit didn't. Persona didn't do that. Because Persona came out with Persona Arena. I mean, we did get Ultimax, but Ultimax was sequel. That wasn't the.
But then again, that's Atlas we're talking about. They don't really do that.
It's Atlas, but it was still Arxis.
That's
Arxis
true.
developed it.
Atlas is still
Atlas
is still at the head of that.
You said wait, Atlas doesn't what? Milk series? They don't milk their series?
Shut your mouth. There's a difference between Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden, you know?
No, I'm not talking about Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden. I am talking about during the renaissance of Persona 4, we literally got an announcement the same day of Persona 4 Ultimax, Persona Q, Persona 4 Dancing, and Persona 5 in the same day.
That's the difference. There's a difference between
even though it didn't happen. All saying, hey, this is all coming out within the same time period.
Fighting games and more DLC and just other different IPs.
They milk their shit.
They make the shit, but it's the difference. We're talking about fighting games getting a complete edition and DLC, not different games.
Persona 4 Arena, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
It's a sequel.
Calling it a sequel. I'm calling it a sequel. It's the same thing.
It's the only way I'll accept it.
It's the same game with like extra stuff and like it's their update version 2.3 DLC. Like DLC. It's not a real sequel other than the story.
I only played like Arena, I think. I didn't play Automatic.
No. Well, you know I played all of that shit. So.
Of course you played all that shit. Anything with Persona 4 you played.
I gave him all of my money. But yeah, fighting games are just a shitty business, and it's never gonna change because people are gonna keep supporting it and they're gonna keep getting money for it. So it's never gonna change because there's no reason for it to change. So they're gonna keep getting money for it. So
yeah. Moving on.
Next thing, I'm gonna say this.
Last of Us 2.
I'm gonna say this. I don't have much to say. I just want to play the game. And that's all I have to say. I know you might have
spoilers.
More.
No, I don't have much to say. I don't have much to say. On spoiler-wise, we don't have much to say. We're just going to wait till the game comes out and judge it from then. Judge the whole story from then. Because there might have been like, how much of it? I think people were saying 2 hours or something of like gameplay spoiled. doesn't matter. If you want to play this game, don't look at it. It might be all out there, but just you can avoid that shit. I've been avoiding it easily. You can avoid it too.
Now, I'm going to say this. I haven't avoided it because for me personally, it's hard for me to avoid it because I am within the...
Okay. Fair enough.
well, as I said, for me, it's hard because I'm within the ecosystem of gaming, like everything with my Twitter and everything like that. And
depends what kind of stuff you've got spoiled on.
and I'll say this, and I feel like I'm super different from a whole lot of people. I've seen some stuff.
I will admit that. You've seen the ending.
It's not it. I've seen the ending, and I still say I still want to play this game because, well, for one, the ending, like even watching the ending, I'm still not upset like other people are. And I know why. There are reasons why people are upset.
I know why people are upset.
In a personal level, which fuck them. But when it comes to the game itself,
it's a bigger picture to it.
It's about the journey, not just this is what the ending and this is how the game ends.
Yeah.
It's about what happens. I'm curious on, is Ellie gonna find out what Joel did at the end of part 1, and is she gonna tell her? Is she gonna be mad? How she's gonna react to it? What's like, where are we gonna go from here? What's gonna happen with the brother? Ellie's out for some type of revenge. What is the revenge? What is the detail behind that? Why?
There's so many things still left unsaid that we don't know, and that's what I want to find out.
Are we ever going to get this cure, or is this gonna just be the way life is gonna go for the rest of life? There's so many more questions that needs to be answered and questions that can be asked rather than just saying this is the ending. I don't like the ending, so the game's bad. Like there's way more, and this is a game. It's not a movie.
Yeah,
like it's
a game. Remember that
still play the game. Like even if you know what the ending is and how the ending goes, you can still play the game. You're still gonna be controlling somebody, running around, shooting, doing stuff, dodging. Like you're still controlling somebody. This is not a Telltale thing where you have to worry about only the story and that's it. And if the story gets ruined, then the game is ruined. You still have an experience that you're actually going through, controlling, and creating for yourself. So if you just take what the ending is and judge it off of that, then you're not getting the whole experience. And then you're just killing that experience off for yourself. But on top of everything, I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
I'm excited for them to play this. I don't know if I'm going to stream it or just play it on my own yet. I'm not sure what decision I've made with that. But yeah.
Part of me feels like I don't want to stream it because people will probably be coming in and be like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you know, and I thought about that, and I know I'm not going to care. And like, that's going to be...
I'm not going to care, but it's just...
Because people's going to come in and be like, well, you know at the end and this is going to happen. And I'm like, yep, I know already.
No,
so now what? Now what are we going to do?
What do you want to say? Huh?
Yeah,
go on.
Where's this conversation going now?
That's part of me, and the other part of me is like, yeah, I don't care. Part of me is like, people are going to come in, blah, 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 and it's a whole lot of mess. But the other part of me is like, yeah, I fucking know it. What else are you going to say, huh? You going to spoil anything else I fucking know already?
Well, yeah.
No, I probably will in the end.
Yeah, I'll see. We still got a whole nother, like...
We'll see.
From the time of this recording. But
in all in all, the new gameplay that we're seeing in the state of play looks cool as hell, and the things you can do. It's all fucked up still and amazing. I like the new the weapon customization because you can actually see it get put on and shit.
Yeah, that's cool.
I really like that.
There's a lot of... This just looks like a super better version of the first Last of Us. Because it's actually on PlayStation 4 and not just definitive to it.
I don't know what to feel about a tattoo though. You see that? Huh?
That's fun. It's a character, personality.
Personality. I know it's less of like it's like why does she have a tattoo? More like you could have had better style. Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, I don't have much else to say. Just
in the end, we don't care. We're still gonna play it. You can't stop us. Bye bye.
All right. So before the next part, I need to get some candy. So talk.
All right. So while he gets off to get some candy, I'm gonna talk about something real quick that we kind of got information on not too long ago. That's Bloodborne basically coming to PC. It's rumors right now, and there was rumors a while ago, but we thought it was BS. But apparently, there's a lot of sources coming from this and saying that it's gonna actually be on PC. So hopefully, those sources are true. I'm pretty excited for if it does go on, and
I'm back.
I like that Sony are. Hi, how's it going? I like that Sony are actually actively looking for a developer or company to do this port, and obviously Miyazaki. This game is on like the top of his list, and there's a lot of things he wanted to fix this game. So I'm hoping that this company works along with Miyazaki and fixes these issues. And obviously the biggest thing I'm excited for is mods for this shit and putting like the content in this game. So hopefully this is true, but there's a lot of sources saying that it is. So I'm excited, really.
What game are you talking about?
Bloodborne coming to PC.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of rumors and a lot of sources, a lot of people coming and saying that this source is true. So I'm kind of excited if it is, because obviously we'll get a Bloodborne on PC, which is like one of the best like FromSoft games in general. Upscaled 4K resolution, hopefully. Some fixes for the game that we wanted, and obviously big thing, mods for Bloodborne. Cool ass mod for it, because the mods for Dark Souls are amazing. What people can do, like someone has turned like Dark Souls into what was it called? No, not a dungeon crawler. Roguelike Souls, roguelike game. Sorry, someone turned Dark Souls into a roguelike, which is amazing.
I know there's like a shit ton of like mods and stuff with Dark Souls. Like I always see people like streaming different type of mods and stuff.
Yeah, people like someone turns like Dark Souls like lore, like story and lore all around, and put like cut content from the game into like the lore of their one. Which I want to stream sometime. It's called Daughters of Ash. I thought it was really cool, but I'm excited if it does come to PC, what people can do with that, and what people can like turn Bloodborne into. So that's what I want to say on that one. I love Bloodborne, and I want it to come to PC. I don't know why it's not on PC yet, because it's popular.
Probably still because it's probably legal rights and stuff with Sony. A lot of
apparently
things.
Apparently it's wearing out, and apparently I think Sony's looking if Sony's looking for a developer or a company to port it on. If they have the right people to port it on.
FromSoft is looking for.
I don't know, because when I was watching Max's video, he said Sony.
No.
Something about Sony.
I don't know much about it, so.
Let me just look it up.
That sounds like that would be a thing that FromSoft would do, because it seems like Sony would only be publisher in it, and they would be worried about the publishing of the PC version.
I mean, if you just look up Bloodborne PC, it should be the first video, and it's Max's video.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, what was that? Hold on, this might be it. Hold on.
You found it?
Not too sure if Sony is looking, but all he says is like the thought that Sony is going out and looking for a prominent PC developer. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he said Sony is, or he just said the thought of it.
No. it could have been. See, I just feel like that wouldn't be a Sony thing. I feel like that would be.
I think Sony's laxed up, to be honest.
Hmm?
I think Sony's laxed up, to be honest, for that stuff. And like Bloodborne has kind of gone past its legal thing by now, I would think. And it would serve like way better for them to put it on PC.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I felt like that would
they own Bloodborne. Like Sony own Bloodborne. If they put it on PC, they'll just get more like sales out of it.
Yeah,
It'll serve them better to
it might be them
Who knows?
looking for it. All right,
They're not so big Sega.
so
I don't get the point, by the way.
let me talk about this.
Talk about it. Go on. You have the floor.
Sony is, I said Sony, goddamn. Sega is one of my favorite gaming companies. If Sega came out with a new console right now, I would just pre-order that shit on the spot. Like I love Sega a lot. So within the last few months, they've been speaking about their 60th anniversary. They to celebrate their 60th anniversary, they was coming out with these videos. Basically, when the Sega Saturn first came out, they had like this spokesperson called I'm gonna look it up, even though I know I'm butcher their name anyway because it's Japanese.
Try. Who guessed?
Hold on one second. No, I can't find it when I need it.
Sega.
But it's like Sega Tana, something like that. Hold on, I think I'm about to find it.
I don't get.
Sega Shiro. So when the Sega Saturn first came out, they had a spokesperson. His name was Sega Shiro. It's this like guy, and basically like he's doing that, trying to get you to buy the Sega Saturn. He's like into like karate or whatever, like that or whatever. So recently, once they announced the 60th anniversary, they had these like videos for Sega Shiro's son, who's like in school or whatever, and he had like a Sega Saturn like for a backpack, and he had like the Sega like 3D glasses and Sega watch and stuff like that. And then like within the video, this evil guy came and tried to fight him and told him like oh, Sega is never gonna be good or whatever like that, and stuff like that. And then like the son, he started talking to his father like in like through the past or whatever, and then his father told him to keep fighting and stuff like that. And then he realized the person that was attacking him was his father, and his father was trying to teach him to keep living on the legacy of Sega. So this big thing, like they big 3-part series, like mini little series thing to like help promote the 60th anniversary of Sega, and just bringing that up and stuff, bringing back Sega Shiro. Like, of course, a lot of people that understood it was like, this seems like it's some type of Sega Saturn thing. Like, either, like, if it's not, like, it could be a Sega Saturn Mini, but even if it's not a Sega Saturn Mini, it can also be a sequel to Sega Saturn, since this is the son, and he keeps talking about living on the legacy and stuff like that. So it seemed very much like they was hinting at something Sega Saturn. On top of this, there's an article that came out where one of the journalists from Famitsu was speaking about how they was talking to Sega, and they was like, they have a huge scoop on something that like Sega is about to be presenting, and they said it's as big as the scoop that the Wired had when they had talked to Sony about the PlayStation 5, and that was the first information about the PlayStation 5 stuff that we've gotten. So like they was like, we have this big scoop on some Sega stuff as big as that PlayStation 5 information with the Wired. So again, that really puts you at like, wait, hold on. If you're saying it's as big as like PlayStation 5 information, this sounds like it's something new. This doesn't even sound like it's like a mini console or nothing like that. This sounds like it's either a Sega Saturn 2, Dreamcast 2, or just a whole new like console. Like it has to be something. So
I'm sorry. I just looked. I just looked at the fucking article that you posted, Gematsu. I was like, this money stick collectors and memorabilia is getting old at this point. I'm going to provide a product that isn't a joke to actually use. Cute, but that's it.
so
I would definitely buy all four for $50.
well, before we even get to that part, the article wasn't about that. So the article is the other thing is they did say it's not a Dreamcast 2. So that made us think it was either Sega Saturn 2 or it's just something new. So the article, the big scoop, wasn't about a new system or nothing. It's about a new thing they have with the Japanese arcades called Fog Gaming, which just is a new platform for Japanese Japanese arcades, which works with arcades and a cloud, so you can play arcades in the cloud. Something I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, it's nothing that's gonna benefit us as consumers. It you hyped it up so much, and it's like, why would you hype that up like that? And it's just me that. So at the end of at the end of the whole 60th anniversary and all this stuff, the big thing that they're talking about is the Game Gear Mini, and it's
Would you make something that's handheld even smaller?
uh,
How can you play this? How do you play this?
it's a lot of things I don't understand
There's
about this.
like this little like camera thing that you put on your thing to make the screen bigger.
I
But
want to
then
say this.
why wouldn't you just
First of
put like
all, let's start with this.
why wouldn't you just do a modern version of the Game Gear if you
The
could
game,
do that?
the Game Gear has no good games. It has games that you play because you have a Game Gear. I've
got
had
a
a
fair
Game
point.
Gear.
I had a Game Gear.
It
It
doesn't
died.
have good games. You just play games because you have a Game Gear, but they're not
Yeah,
good.
that's basically it.
Why would you? I said this because I had to look up the numbers. Of course,
Oh,
comparing with a Sega Saturn Mini and a Dreamcast Mini.
sell a full color set for 29,000 yen. Oh no, well, more like 30,000 yen. How much is 30,000 yen in Japan?
Uh, it's like about $30. Oh no, wait, you said 30. You said 30,000.
30,000.
It's like $30.
Okay, that's not as bad. That's for
So
one console.
looking at sales, the Game Gear sold more than the Sega Saturn and Dreamcast. So I was like, I guess that makes sense. At the same time, the only reason why it sold more just because it was going head to head against the Game Boy, but it didn't sell
Yeah.
because it was actually good or people really, really wanted it. It was just like, oh, this is the thing that's competing against the Game Boy. Let me get this because it's Sega's version. So let's get this. It's probably gonna be good. And then they got it and it wasn't good compared to
All
the
that
Saturn
was
and
good on it
Dreamcast,
was
which were actually
Sonic.
good. Huh?
All that was good on it was Sonic.
No, Sonic was on it. Sonic wasn't really that good. You think it's good because you remember it, but
Oh, Sonic and Tails.
you go back and play that Sonic game, it is not good. Because I played that Sonic game. It's not good.
I guess now it wouldn't be good because I played that like when I was a kiddish.
Yeah. But yeah, you go back and play that now. You're like, oh, this is not good. This is not a good Sonic game.
This is trash.
It is Chad. So the other thing that's kind of confusing me is, so there's 4 different colors. There's 4 different games. Do you have to? Does each color have one? Oh no no no.
Color have
Okay,
different
I see it.
games.
I see it now. I see it now. I see it now.
This one has
dreaded
Megami
it.
Tensei.
So all
Gaiden.
four of them do have four
Red
different
one.
games. I was thinking it was 4 games, period. I was thinking it was 4 games.
No. So if you want
And
all the games, you have to buy
each
every
one
single
had a
one of
game.
these.
So yeah,
So
so
that's
if you
like,
want, so you have 12 games.
wait, so it's
It's
Sonic the
12 games.
Hedgehog. Oh, Sonic. Okay, the black one has Sonic the Hedgehog. The blue
Hedgehog.
one has Sonic and Tails.
Sonic and Tails. I never
So
played
that's
Sonic
like,
and Tails. I played
so there's
Sonic the
like
Hedgehog.
4 of them. So that's 30, 60, 100. Right, 3, 6, 9, 12, $120 for all 4.
Yeah. Now
Or
I'll say
all.
this: looking at these titles, we got 2 Puyo Puyo games. I like Puyo. Puyo's fun.
I like
Even though
I like for you.
even though I have Puyo Puyo Treasures and Puyo Puyo Champion on my Switch, so I do not need
You don't
the
need
Game
it.
Gear version of Puyo Puyos because they're not the best version of Puyo
Oh,
Puyo.
shit, you knocking my mate.
You have Outrun, which is for its time. Okay, for its time. I don't know what Roy Stone is. You have Baka Baka Animal. I don't even know what that is. Gunstar Heroes is actually funny, even though I don't know about the Game Gear version. Again, these are not the Genesis versions of these. These are the Game Gear versions, so it's
Hell.
ported down. Sonic and Tails is good. Sonic and Hedgehog. I mean, not good. I don't know about Sonic and Tails. Sonic the Hedgehog is. I don't know what Salvian Tail is. We have 3 Shining Force games. Shining Force is good, but I don't know.
Yellow,
Again.
yellow. Basically, get the yellow one if you like Shining Force.
Yellow, you want an RPG in one Puyo game? And it's not even Puyo
game.
Puyo. This is not so
Another
Puyo.
Booyah.
It's Puyo Puyo. It's
Puyo.
Wait, is it
And basically, red is
It's
for Megami Tensei.
Puyo? No, it's regular Puyo. I don't know. It's just Puyo. and then you have Columns, Shinobi, and the old SMT, Megami Tensei, Gaiden, which I'm sure those are super dated. The oldest
And then they have this
RPG
little
games
like
of
big
all time.
window thing for it too.
Yeah. So I don't. These are cool, like to have, just to be like I have it.
Sega. One Sega. Come here. Closer. Why? Why? just why?
Like, and then again, so now that said my piece about the gaming and everything about that, going back to what you said, how do you even play this stuff? How do you
Yeah,
play it?
exactly. How do you play this? With your fucking little fingers?
Sega also announced it will sell a 4-color set for
So-
29
so-
yen, which will include. Wait, hold up. I'm confused.
What?
Okay, so each one is only 5,000 yen.
Oh.
But then they have a set for 30
Right.
for 30,000 yen, which has the big window. So they have a collection that you can buy all of them for 30,000 yen that comes with that big window.
Sega's like,
But-
we make consoles. We don't make them playable.
But again, how do you play this? It's literally like so tiny. You can't see it, I guess, unless the big window mode thing on it.
The only way you'll be able to play this game is with the big window. So I don't.
Like, I kind of want to
Yeah.
get it just to have it. Just to be
I
like,
kind of want to
have
get it
this.
just because I'm curious at this point.
Yeah,
to
I
how
mean,
you play it.
if it's only 30,000 yen for like the connection of everything, I would get it. I don't know if it's coming. I don't think this is coming out.
If it
of
comes
America.
to fucking America and Europe and all that
Yeah,
shit.
I don't think this is coming out of Japan. I can't see them using their money and resources.
It
on
wouldn't
this.
sell well. I know
Yeah.
it won't.
So I'm probably going to what you call it? I'm probably gonna, and I think because
Import?
everybody's like, yeah, I would definitely buy all for $50. Like, people don't even realize that, like what the prices and everything. The way that they're talking about this, it's not good marketing. It's horrible marketing. So horrible device to sell again. Why are you doing this, Sega? You have big fans. I'm a huge Sega fan. I just want something good from y'all. I mean, we getting good games from y'all, so I'm not gonna complain. You gave us all these good games recently. I just, of course, it's my own fault for expecting more, but y'all did it for hyping it up. Oh,
Y'all did
jeez.
it. Y'all did it. You put me up. You whacked me down.
I
You
would
you
rather
get that.
just, I would rather just go on eBay and get a Game Gear,
Just get yeah.
just to say I have a Game Gear in
You
my
put me
collection.
up and you took the baseball bat and you whacked me back down.
Oh. All right,
I don't get it.
let's. Uh, yeah, this is so you just from all of that story that I told you, you know my excitement for Sega. You can see why I'm so disappointed. You can see why it's
Yeah.
not so
Yeah.
big Sega news.
Yeah. I
Like
know.
in a sense of it being micro Game Gears, and in the
I
sense
like
of it
Sega
being
too. It's just like, why would you do this?
like I said,
You
if that was
when
just
you put when you first showed that off on your server, I was like, is this a joke? Was this supposed to be some April Fool's joke they were supposed to do?
like if it was a Saturn or Dreamcast, like I didn't buy the Genesis just because I already have a Genesis Mini that like a third party one, so I didn't want to get another one, you know, it's official. And I already have a actual Genesis right behind me, the real Genesis. Um,
Hey,
but if it was a Saturn Mini or Dreamcast Mini, I would have bought that shit in a heartbeat. Like
you're telling me.
no thought behind it. Like, do y'all not see how much money y'all can make, Sega? This is y'all issue. This is what's wrong with y'all. This is what's wrong with y'all selling consoles for a decade and y'all failed at it.
It's like you would discuss the greatness.
Like y'all and y'all had like Saturn was a good console. Y'all just
You just
did
fucked it
this.
up.
Y'all just fucked it up by just coming out and saying it was gonna be what $400, and then saying that it's selling right now on like right at E3, telling everybody it's in stores now, and all of the people in the shop in the stores and stuff was like, wait, what? We don't know nothing about this. We don't.
I was looking at the comments and like I see one comment looks like something that comes with a kids meal.
It does look like something because it looks like a little Happy Meal toy. Like, oh my
It looks
god.
like Chinese knockoffs.
Yeah. And then your Dreamcast undersells because y'all didn't use the right chip in it. Yeah, y'all could have just used OpenGL. Things would have been good. You didn't use the right chip, so it's hard for developers to work on it, kind of like the PlayStation 3, and we saw how that ended up, even though they did beat 360 right at the end. But then y'all also messed up because y'all ran games with CDs where you could just copy the games onto CDs. So then y'all didn't sell games because people were just burning a bunch of copies of the games and playing the copies on the Dreamcast, and y'all didn't make any money. This is how y'all keep not making money because y'all don't know how to sell
You
systems.
don't know how to sell this.
And that's why y'all almost went bankrupt, and then y'all literally just recently didn't go bankrupt. Y'all really good at selling video games. They're just shitty at system selling.
Well, let's not get into that much, especially with Sonic games.
Well, yeah, with
Uh,
Sonic, and that's the thing. Okay, what's next?
they had a system with generations, and then they were like, you know what, we'll change the system very much and make not people like it anymore.
Yeah, like Generations was the one Sonic game that I was like, yes, 3D Sonic is actually good. Like keep it like this, and then it's like, let's fuck this
Then
up.
Lost World came out.
And then they came out with then they had fans make Sonic Mania, and then right, it was like this is the greatest Sonic game ever created because a fan made it.
Hmm.
They had to hire somebody else and hire a fan to make the greatest Sonic game ever created. Jeez, I can go on, but I
I
love you,
don't get
Sega.
it.
I love your games. I love Sonic. I love Puyo Puyo. I love Yakuza. I love Hatsune Miku. I love Sakura
Make
Wars.
some great IPs and great
I
games.
love, all
Fix
the
your shit.
Atlas shit. So I love the Persona. So I love all of your games, but
Persona.
yeah, just shitty at systems. Okay, got that
Moving
off
on.
my chest. Okay,
Postponed.
okay. 20 million things are postponed because of recent events.
You also spelled postponed wrong when you did this, by the way.
I don't care. They're postponed.
Postponed.
So let's get through all of these. And
Cyberpunk.
what all of these. What? Like, there's two things on this thing when I posted. It was the PC gaming show and the EA Play stuff that really made me think and really raised the red flag to me. And I was like, oh, there's a PC gaming show in the EA show. This week would have been E3 if it wasn't for coronavirus.
You don't say.
It just slipped my mind like that this was E3. Like, this is gonna be E3 now. So like this week was going to be E3
Yep.
if it wasn't for the virus. But we're not having E3. We're having a bunch of online stuff and everything's getting postponed. So PC Gaming Show and Future Game Show is postponed to June 13th. I never watched PC Gaming Show, so I don't really care about that.
Yeah,
Future
bye-bye.
Game Show, I think they had like a lineup of really cool stuff. I can't remember what it is. Indie Live Expo. I know that got postponed. This is just an announcement for it.
Live. EA.
I
Play
didn't-
Live.
I didn't post the one that said postponed. But yeah, I know that got postponed. EA
Announced.
Play Live. This is postponed. EA Plays are. I know last year the EA Play Live was kind of like they did it in a cool way because instead of just having their press conference, EA press conference, which is most of the time boring because they always talk about sports. But they actually had they told us, okay, we're gonna show off FIFA and stuff at this time. So you can watch this live stream here. We're gonna show off the Star Wars stuff at this time. We're gonna show off these games at this time. So they made it a little bit better, even though it just made the whole show not interested because it was like, well, I'm gonna only watch for the Star Wars stuff, and then I don't care about nothing else. So I'm here for 20 minutes, and then I'm leaving. So I'm not sure if they're doing that again with this one. I don't want to see a whole EA show because I'm always the most boring, like between them and Ubisoft. But we'll see what happens next week. Steam Game Festival is postponed to June 16th to 27th. So Steam is having their own festival. There's a lot of shit that's happening. That was supposed to happen this week.
Yeah, I have one.
One of the biggest ones, Summer of Gaming. This is postponed to June 10th. So a couple of days from now. So on Wednesday.
It's not that bad.
Starting Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, then the 24th, 25th. So there's a lot of stuff that they're supposed to be showing here. Like I know they're supposed to be talking about like the Yakuza 7. They're talking about
Wait, unannounced classic revival? Unannounced game. Unannounced game.
Yeah, there's a lot of a lot of things. It's like unannounced.
Chivalry 2, Dual Universe, Pathfinder, Void Train, Wasteland 3, Werewolf.
Yeah, this was gonna be the big show for the lack of E3.
Get the Fuck Out is actually a pretty good game, to be honest.
Yeah. I want to see more with that.
We need to play that. Liz wanted to play that.
Yeah, she wanted to play that.
But
But yeah, we're getting a whole bunch of stuff. We're getting We're getting
So,
Yakuza Like a Dragon stuff. We're getting
um,
previews for some Borderlands stuff. We're also
uh,
getting what we talked about earlier. Um, 13 Sentinels. Atlas is showing that off for the first time outside of Japan. So that's gonna be the big one starting this week. So that's cool. Also part of that is the Cyberpunk 2077 event, which is delayed to June 25th. Um, Cyberpunk, the more and more I see of Cyberpunk, the more I'm starting to like. Like,
gone past like the whole April Madness. I'm more and more wanting to play Cyberpunk.
yeah, I'm because I know we talked about it before, and you was like you wasn't really too interested in it.
That's
But
because I
like,
was having my eyes on Final Fantasy most.
but yeah, it's like the more and more I watch of this, I'm like, if I play a first person shooter, this is my first person shooter. Like this is like the game
Yeah,
that's gonna get me like if somebody's like, hey, play this first person shooter, like this is gonna be the game that's gonna get me to play one.
it's like,
Like
dude, you can customize your genitals.
well not because of that, but but just having like, first of all, I like, futuristic cyberpunk settings. Like I don't like old towny
Yeah, I
fantasy and
like.
stuff. I like more futuristic settings. I like the RPG elements and like you can choose like what parts you want to like level up and stuff like that. There's so much into it. Like I watched like a 2 hour like explanation video on it or something like that. It like went into detail about a whole lot of stuff. Like I was like, okay, this is cool. And the granddaddy of which we still don't have a new date for. PlayStation 5 future of gaming was supposed to be on the 4th, and that got delayed. Um, we don't know what the date is, so that actually scares me because I was gonna hope it would have been like this week, but they still haven't said anything, so we still don't
Yeah,
know what the date is.
this podcast might have went on for another hour or two.
Huh?
If it was this week, this podcast might have went on for another hour or two.
That's true. Well, if it was this week, we would like there was a lot of the stuff that I added on here would not be on it.
Yeah.
Definitely would have cut it. Either that or this conference could have just been really shitty and not shown a whole lot. So, but let's not hope for that. But so while we're on the subject of this, and since we didn't get to see anything yet, let's talk about what you think is gonna be here.
It's conference.
Huh?
I don't know at this point because I don't know what to expect from next gen. I expect maybe a few announcements of what's gonna be the lineup for PS5.
Mhm. What do you think is
What's
gonna be the launch games?
the launch? Ah, that's hard to tell because most like the launch games are kind of shitty.
Yeah, like launch games are never really the best for the most part. Um, if anything, I feel like they need to have one thing though, because I feel like they're really battling with Xbox this time, and I feel like I hope they take it seriously because I feel like Xbox, them being the underdog, they're showing how they're stepping their game up. So I hope at least within the thing that Sony knows how to do, which is make games, that they are actually going to excel at that. So we're going to need some type of like system seller, which we didn't have with the PlayStation 4. So like, you said what?
Knack 3.
Like, yeah, we did have an Act 3. Like, we're gonna need to have, like, the only thing I could really think of that's, like, their exclusive would be Horizon 2. Horizon Zero Dawn Part 2.
Hear anything about?
You said what?
I heard anything about that.
Yeah, but, like, that could be the thing, though. That can be, like, the big secret thing.
Right.
Like, the big, like, we've been working for Horizon Zero Dawn 2 for the PlayStation 5. So this is this is the thing to close out the show. The big thing that's going to make you buy the PlayStation 5 when it first comes out. Because I can't think of anything else besides the same third parties that Xbox had shown, which is just ports of old games, ports of PlayStation 4 games.
Trying to think. Game.
If we do look at third parties, again, Street Fighter was in there for me, but we're not gonna.
I know.
You're not getting 6. So if anything, we'll probably get 5 Champion Edition on PlayStation 5, but I don't know if they're gonna show that off or not. So that wouldn't be anything to show off. Like they're gonna need something to show off. I still kind of in my mind think maybe something with Resident Evil, like a teaser of whatever Resident Evil announcement is.
Oh.
You say what?
Not Resident Evil 8 won't be on there.
I just find it weird that Resident Evil says that they have an announcement so close to the Sony announcement.
Point there, okay. Fair enough.
So that's the only reason why I'm thinking there's a possibility. And on top of that, like, you know, they kind of had like allegiance with Sony. Like they showed Resident Evil 2 at Sony's E3. So it's kind of
this point. It's at a point where I'm like, I don't know what to think because I don't really care because I'm get this I'm not really caring to get any of the next gen consoles yet. Not unless it's something purely amazing that I'm like.
But this can be the thing that shows like the one thing that we like. Well, it won't be Tales of Arise. That would be cool if it was, but they're not gonna show that.
I mean, there is something absolutely amazing at the conference whenever it gets announced. That would be fucking jump out of my seat and fucking excitement. Then sure, color me surprised.
What I would say they should just show, because I'm sure there has to be at least some of it finished, even if this is really fucked up to do. But just do it just because it needs to be part of your hype. Final Fantasy VII Part 2.
Part of me thinks that they don't.
Of course, it's not coming out when the PlayStation 5 comes out. But just showing that during the conference, like having some type of teaser thing
done. Because I think I read somewhere they're still thinking of how to
go about like the story and stuff.
How about the whole open world stuff and where they're gonna bring the story.
Well, let's hope something's there. I'm trying to look at it. I mean, Spider-Man, I don't think they have anything with Spider-Man right now because I feel like Marvel was probably focusing their licensing and stuff with the Avengers game. So there probably won't be a Spider-Man 2 until a little later. God of War, I feel like that's still too close.
God of War, in brackets 2.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
But yeah, I feel like it's still too close for God of War.
A while ago, because it took them forever to bring the first God of War out. I know they have the assets for God of War 1. I think they'll still want to take a lot of time to make it just as good or better. Whatchamacallit,
what is their names? I can't think of their names right now. The guys that made Become Human, Quantum Dream, a Quantum Dream game.
They're focusing to get their shit on getting their games onto PC.
Oh, that's already coming. And that's coming this month. So it's coming this month, and I'm sure, like most people, they're getting another development to do that. So
no,
I can see some type of Quantum Dream game just because that'll really show off the graphics more than showing some type of gameplay stuff. Because, you know, it's not a lot of gameplay, so it's not going to cut down on gameplay. Now it's like, that's going to be like, oh, look at these crazy graphics from this movie-like game. And it's like, yeah, we know what this looks like. We know what a Quantum Dream game is.
Wow, look at these graphics.
We know we're not really playing nothing. We're just choosing prompts. Um, yeah.
Games trying to show off what it can do. I feel, because that's what they kind of did for 4, I think. Like they did a lot of small games just to show off what it can
Yeah,
do.
I feel like when PlayStation 4 was coming around, the big thing during that time period was indie games. So, and I think that Sony was trying to like hark on to that because Xbox didn't have that, and they know indie games was on the rise at that time. So that's the thing that helped them get to their rise. And that's why like a lot of the launch games were indie games rather than being like big huge games outside of like Infamous Second Son and stuff like that.
I want another Infamous game, but they're kind of focusing on Ghost of Tsushima right now.
Yeah, as I said, we're not gonna get that no time soon. um,
Good.
Depending on what WB Montreal's doing, another Batman game.
Well, they kind of canceled the Superman game. No, I don't think they're doing any more Batman games. They were trying to do a Superman game, but that got cancelled.
I think somebody else was doing a Batman game. Was it Blue Point?
I don't
Blue
remember.
Point doing? I think somebody else was trying to do a Batman game. I'm not sure.
Batman 4.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my games to see like what else. I have too much Sega shit.
Kingdom. Oh, I'm just kidding.
You said what? Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
What could Square do? I mean, the only thing I could think of what Square would do is just be porting Final Fantasy 14.
Huh?
So the only thing I can see Square doing is just porting Final Fantasy 14 to the PlayStation 5. And
Yeah.
just showing that off. Just showing off like, oh, this is Final Fantasy 14, but this is how it looks on the PlayStation 5, and it's gonna look exactly the
They'll
same.
have to update the PC as well.
It'll just look like the PC version. It's like, okay, yeah, we know what this looks like. We have it on PC.
PC version ain't exactly up to snuff either. I mean, it's good, yeah, but it's not fucking PS5.
Yeah,
or
but they said they need something because Xbox is gonna show off Halo,
oh yeah, right.
so they need something. And like Horizon is like a good and notable game, but I don't feel like it's
Good enough.
super big. Like it's not gonna be a bunch of people running out buying PlayStation 5 4.
Yeah.
So it needs to be. I don't know what it could be.
I
Like,
feel
what
like
can they do?
Last of Us 2 will get put on PlayStation 5. Because Last of Us 1 got
Yeah,
on.
you see, and so that's gonna bring us to another conversation. That's where this is gonna be kind of confusing. Because for the longest time, what have they been promoting with PlayStation 5? That you can play your PlayStation 4 games, but it's gonna be better with faster speed and high resolution and stuff. So we have this brand new PlayStation 4 game coming out.
To do a lot of the PlayStation 4 games as well.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. It's like, are we gonna put Last of Us 2 on PlayStation 5? Because we're promoting playing your PlayStation 4 games better on PlayStation 5. So now it's gonna be. So are we gonna make a new version of the game that you'll be able to play better anyway on the system? You see where the confusion is? So like that's where it's gonna be so confusing now. Where like I feel like they're not gonna be able to do what they did last year with the PlayStation 4 and bring all of the PlayStation 3 games over, because all of the PlayStation 4 games is gonna be able to play on this already and play better.
I don't know. I don't know what they could put on. Alright, as we said, so Horizon Zero Dawn 2 won't probably be enough.
Yeah.
And
That's just
especially haven't played the first one either.
Yeah, and that's like, yeah, I haven't played. Like, I've started the first one on PlayStation Now, and I was like, this looks really good, and I just didn't feel like playing it at the time. I don't know when I will ever feel like playing it. It looks like a good game, but I just don't feel like playing it. But Crash, the Crash 4,
Crash 4, like the
Crash Bandicoot,
text or something.
Crash Bandicoot 4.
The the Return of Cortex or something, or Cortex.
No, not remaking the PlayStation 2, not the remaking those. Like calling this Crash 4, like this is a brand new Crash game with but using all of the new stuff that they did with the Crash trilogy. So like, since the Crash trilogy and Crash Team Racing did really well, I can see them doing a brand new Crash.
But aren't they kind of working on Tony Hawk?
Oh yeah, they are working on Tony Hawk. Because it won't just be Activision. Then it still has to be Vicarious Visions. That's true. I mean, even though Tony Hawk could be finished, we don't know.
True. Yeah.
That game could be finished already, and they're just waiting on. They're just doing their promotions and waiting a long time to put it out. But I mean, even if they are working on Tony Hawk,
Skyrim for PS5.
Well, yeah.
Can't tell me I'm wrong with that.
God damn, can we get to Disclose 6 already? Jeez. We're like 4 generations in and they're still porting this game. Jeez. But yeah, like, I don't know what else. I mean, like I said, they could show off a Crash 4, but like I said, depending on how the Tony Hawk thing is going, I don't know if it'll be a launch title. Because I feel like that can be a game that will sell some systems. Still not going to be big as Halo, but that's going to be something that's going to sell systems.
I've like started with Crash.
That's the
start kind of part of it. It's a big part of PlayStation 1 Crash.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I really feel like that would be a good fit, like to have a Crash 4 or some type of new Crash. But I feel like it's hard because like they really don't have anything on par to Halo. Like, how can you beat Halo?
How can you beat Halo with another Halo?
And like and I'm sure they probably try. Yeah, Killzone is their other Halo, and yeah,
wow.
that's the Sony Halo. So yeah, so how can we beat Halo? And like the only things that we can beat Halo with is like the only real things that we could beat Halo with would be Last of Us, maybe Uncharted and Final Fantasy, but you can't do none of those. So now you're fucked. Because like again, Horizon's not gonna get the job done.
I got no clue.
So wait, question.
Yes.
Not 360. God damn it. Xbox One. Did they launch for the Halo?
I don't think so. Halo
Yeah, if
4,
it was, it wasn't.
4 came out until a while later.
Okay. Yeah, there's no Halo on there. Assassin's Creed, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts, Crimson Dragon, Dead Rising. I was just trying to think because I know PlayStation 4 didn't have anything to compete with that. Like I said, the only big thing was like Infamous Second Son, Killzone. That was it with like PlayStation 4. Yeah, so Xbox One didn't really have anything either. See, this one is a little harder because now they bringing Halo out the gate. So now it's like, oh, now Sony has to launch with something big. And outside of Horizon, I can't think of nothing that would be.
It's the only thing we can do.
Here, like that would be here in time.
Gotta wait and see. That's the only thing we can do right now.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything, if you can't think of anything,
I like
then
I like spectating. I don't know if that's the right word.
expectation.
No, like it's like thinking, like trying to figure out and see what is the possibilities. But
Spec.
for the speculating. For the most part, I'm sure we're gonna see a bunch of third parties. That's gonna be PlayStation 4 games. That's gonna be also coming to PlayStation 5.
If anything comes out, you'll be sure as hell to find us talking about it.
Yep. So yeah, we have nothing else more to say about PlayStation 5, I guess. Don't know when the conference is gonna be. Hopefully it's sometime soon, just so we can have some happiness in our lives in these current event times. Um, guess we're done here.
Yeah, that's basically what we've got to talk about right now. There's not much else being put out that we can talk about. I mean, this is the Big Weeb Podcast, so you can't expect like Halo or anything like that on here to talk about. But you wanted to put some anime stuff in here, so you put Attack on Titan, what other stuff? I think that was it actually.
Yeah.
I guess I did something
But
as well.
next, I'm sure, like within the next podcast, since all of the gaming stuff is going to be happening this next week and stuff like that, we're gonna have
a lot more
way more to talk about.
big stuff.
But thank y'all for tuning in. This has been the Big Weeb Podcast with Shawny Boy and Nate. If you want to catch me, you can catch me at twitch.tv/DarkNerdShawny. Also on YouTube, DarkNerdShawny. Twitter, Shawny Boy Music. Instagram, Shawny Boy Music. All that.
All that. All right.
And with your...
Yeah. You can catch me NatePlays on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. YouTube doesn't really have anything much right now, but it will have hopefully soon. But mostly Twitch is where you can catch me, and Twitter from time to time. That's it.
All right. This has been this week's episode. We love you like always. Double deuces. We out.
Peace.
Peace.